I guess he's busy.
Yeah. So we're gonna start.
Oh, did he?
Greg has not messaged or anything, but so
He'll
we're
show
just
up later.
we're just gonna start and assume Devlin is either drunk, somehow got free alcohol, and or is crying about his life or how he acts. I don't know. He seemed pretty. What was the word? Um, I can't
Seems pretty out
remember.
of it.
But his emotions are quite fickle sometimes. It seems
He's like
capricious, volatile,
Noticed.
volatile,
Volatile.
capricious, maybe.
Capricious means you're indecisive. So you probably mean like volatile.
Yeah, volatile is more accurate. Anyway, I was scouring the dictionary today.
Let's just say that he's having a really bad time, and he's just an apothecary, and the apothec is taking care of them.
He's like apothecary's like, okay, I'll counsel you as long as I get some clamors afterwards.
Joke
Yeah.
on you, we're broke.
The apothec can also do mental health counseling.
I want it. What if you have no other options? Sure. The apothec's closer to a witch doctor than a counselor, psychologist, but
They have cultural importance. I don't know how it works here, but they have cultural importance. They can probably give spiritual advice.
yes, probably do that.
He's probably just like indoctrinating Devlin right now.
Oh god.
He's just gonna come back and like, have you heard about our Lord and Savior so and so?
Wearing a hood, wearing a robe. Anyway.
Or he could just be like a super. Actually, there are Pokemon gods. He could just be He could just legit start worshiping Pokemon gods.
Half the
He
legendaries
just
are
becomes a
gods.
salesman for it.
Have you heard of our Lord and Savior of Ho-Ho?
Anyway.
I love.
All right, so
yeah.
our story starts on date and time. Doesn't really matter. We'll say it's daytime, whatever. Perhaps you guys needed to stay over the night. It does seem the day-night cycle is typical of what you are used to in your normal world.
Regular
Okay, so-
world.
Meaning, like, there's 24 hours in a day and stuff.
Yeah. So we'll say, yeah, you guys needed to do like a mini time skip, like stay the night. I'm sure there'd be a lot of trouble and a lot of implications, and since your guys' relationships are not fantastic yet, there's a lot that could happen there. But I'm just gonna get this rolling on anyway. If Devlin was here, I would gander a. All right, for the next 10 minutes, describe what you guys do trying to pass the night, but which would be amusing. But since we're missing one character, I feel that might lose some natural impact. But yes. So,
Alright, time for my editing skills to come into play here, I think.
whoa, that's a good
I found
one.
a character that was pretty close. So
That's-
I did some editing and
Oh, gotcha. You found close and edited. That's wonderbar. Thank you.
How creepier.
I love
it's
it.
creepier.
It's not like weird though. It's creepy, but it's not weird.
But now he just feels like a minion of a villain.
But I mean, that's kind of what he looks like.
That is absolutely what he looked like.
Like, who bows and politely threatens you.
Oh
Okay.
gosh.
I mean, God, no one is normal, but that's good. That's fine.
Imagine role-playing normal characters.
Our party is just a bunch of. Well, I mean, I've said it to Josh before, but if your character is a happy person, they're not going to go off adventuring. People don't go off adventuring.
That's true.
If everything, you go adventuring because something in your life went for shit.
Or you're just like really greedy and don't care what you have to give up to like get stuff.
True, but why would you? I mean, you probably have a really bad reason why you that greedy. But,
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think. So we're the four of us are headed to the forest.
Yeah,
it looks like it.
Yeah. All right. Are you guys ready to adventure into the forest?
Mhm.
And with that, the game master hastily rushes to find a good forest playlist that he had last week.
I tell the others to let me lead and to follow my footsteps so as to avoid any sort of poisonous plants or whatever.
Ah, that's fair. Yes.
You guys don't accidentally touch poisonous plants. Basically, you just follow my lead.
Ignore all my bot stuff.
They keep on confusing me. I keep on
There we
thinking I
go.
get
Hey, I'm getting smoother at this. All right, so we got some music. All right. So as you travel to the forest, you see, there's a little river, and you can follow the river. And then it splits off, and you can choose to go towards a kind of big tree off into the distance, or more to where it looks like there'll be a pond in the forest. You haven't seen any of the necessary berries yet, or berry trees.
I mean,
So I tell
OT is just gonna like hold his hand out to I gotta remember names again. Basil, and it kind of like the gesture of I'll follow you wherever, since it's like it's clearly his area.
Okay, so I'm thinking out loud and I say, well, if there's a river and there's a pond, it's probably a watering hole, which means you'll find animals, and which will mean you'll find plant life. But on the other hand, if there's a huge tree, that requires a lot of nutrients and that requires a lot of water and a lot of good soils. There might be berries near there too. So I think it's a toss-up, actually. What do you two think? I don't want to be a dictatorship. I mean, I'm just giving you my insights.
OT brings out coin and flips it.
Mir, what do you think? Do you think a pond would be
Uh,
safer and more likely to have berries, or a giant tree?
Well, you said the pond would have animals, so maybe the animals would eat the berries, so there wouldn't be berries.
This is true. On the other hand, if it's a watering hole, then there'd be a lot of Pokemon droppings, and Pokemon droppings would lead to more berries.
So what came first, the chicken or the egg?
Yeah, it's a tough situation. I think OT is right. I mean, so I don't think it's a question of whether there are berries. I think it's a question of safety at this point. What do you think would be safer?
Tree.
Tree. Okay. Sure, let's go to the tree.
That seems.
Let's follow the river. Wait, the when you say tree and the pond, are you saying one is upstream and one is downstream of the river?
The river splits off and goes two ways.
It go to the ocean.
Oh, so there's water in both directions. Dang it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just more water in the pond-looking area in the distance, and maybe less water in the large tree distance.
Tree.
I mean, if there's a large tree, then it presumably needs a lot of water. Unless it's a dead tree. Does it look dead?
You cannot, well, you probably could tell. It is not dead.
Yeah, I think we can tell.
Yeah. Anyway.
Who knows I mean,
It's
in
not
fairness,
hard.
presumably the biology of this and botany of this world works the same as ours.
Well, that's true. It could be like an alien tree.
I mean, but
know.
so far, plant life and Pokemon life and even the day cycle all resembled that of our homeworld, right? So presumably, we're gonna have a working assumption that all the physics, all the botany, all the biology works the same way. If it doesn't, then my entire repertoire is completely useless, and so please, Josh, don't do that to me. Like, just kidding. Plants live on acetic acid. You're screwed. We don't know how chemistry works here.
The sulfur
Um,
sea, yeah.
Like, oh god, if there's acid rain. Okay, no. So wait, what's upstream and what's downstream of the river?
Upstream is the tree, downstream is the pond.
Okay.
Okay. So usually rain, there's a lot of condensation at upstream, and then downstream would be an ocean. A pond, on the other hand, would be stagnant, in that the water is not very safe in a pond. So I think you're right, Mira. The tree would be a better bet. We might get fresh rainwater there. The better water source is. The tree clearly looks healthy and alive. Let's go there. I lead the way to the big tree.
Tree.
Oh my god, that's a huge tree.
It's a big tree. Bigger than anything you've ever
tree.
seen in your current world. Or your current world. Your where you hail from. Whatever.
This is our current world.
I don't
I
have a name for it's the current world.
Can I identify if I can figure out the species of any of the trees in the vicinity? Or in any of the plant life in the vicinity?
Yeah, roll a 20.
Like the actual name, but like if I can deduce if it's like deciduous tree or a tropical tree, or
Yeah, roll a d20.
presumably it's deciduous because it's just based on appearance. Temperate zone, I mean.
Well, this is kind of like general forest observation roll. Or additional observation roll. Hey,
16.
solid. Plus just knowing, plus not a number, but just plus knowing that you're legit with this stuff. Technically, I give you like, I don't know, advantage.
I was using my real voice going on. Just right there.
But yeah. So while many of the trees aren't anything you've ever seen before, growing on the trees, you do see several of the berries.
So I can't. That's odd. I tell them, the rest of the group, I can't identify the tree species, but I can recognize the berries.
So normally, like, there are some. Well, okay. I don't know anything about fruits and vegetables, so I can't say. In my mind, berries grow in like shrubberies and stuff, but they could probably grow in trees too. But in this case, everything here is, trees.
Don't know either.
But some trees grow multiple of different types of the berries you need as well. They're kind of like
Fascinating.
hybridy type trees.
I take notes and make sketches of my observations.
Yeah, go for it.
Gardening tool. Gardening.
Well, I mean, it might be useful for later. Who knows how long we're going to be in this dimension, right?
That's a good point.
Don't even know. Okay, so I start. I don't know if I have a knapsack or anything, but I describe to Mira and Odie what the berry, and I point to him so they know. Just have a verbal explanation. Oh shoot!
I need a verbal explanation.
Yeah, I give Mira a verbal explanation based on touch, and I also give it to her Pokemon. I also.
If you just describe them to me, I can send Sandy to go get them. He can also levitate.
Oh
by
yeah,
the way.
Sandy can just friggin' levitate.
I do exactly that. And I explain to Odie what the berries are, and I point to the ones that we need. And do I see any poisonous ones? Or
You
not
see
nutritious ones?
2 types that you don't recognize.
Okay, well, better not. I tell them to avoid those because we don't know what they are, and I also make observations about them so that I can ask the apothecary for some later.
Yeah. Cool. So you identify several. So your objective was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different berries: cherry, chesto, pecha, rost, and asper.
Okay.
So you find cherry, pecha, rost, Well, I'm trying to think. Between realistic / how should game design go? A balance between those. It's like you find a tree that's large that grows what you need, and yet you can only find 2 berries. You know, like video games do that. But
What do you mean? Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna look into. We're not only looking at the tree. We're just looking at the general area.
Yeah. The general area. Who's exploring? Everyone or?
I'm gonna hang out at the central tree, and I'm gonna look more closely. It looks like is this picture is true to life? It looks like there's an entrance to the tree.
Yeah, so I find the best pictures I can, and I'm like 80% sure. If it has it in the picture, sure. 20% like that, just pretend it's not there. So in this case, it can be a hole through the tree, but then it'll just go through the other side. There's no like hobbit living inside of it.
Yeah, how is it alive?
You don't know. This world must, I don't know, maybe the land is really fertile. I mean, it's a type of tree you've never really seen before.
Is that lantern really there?
No. We'll say the lanterns are not there.
There are no signs of civilization.
I take a look at the soil. Basically, can I check the soil health?
Yeah.
And look for footprints and see if there's any Pokemon footprints.
Yeah. So Pokemon typically aren't, well, these ones aren't necessarily hardcore hiding. So not to scale. You come across, boom.
Oh, what is that?
Aw,
What?
it's adorable is what it is.
It's super cute. And boom.
It's the cute type is what it is, Mira.
Ah, cute
The
The
type.
cute type. So who else is walking around and exploring?
Lauren.
Oh, and the Pokemon you see, no one is actively hostile.
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 Let's not attack the Pokemon, folks. Let's just do what we need to do. I mean, unless you really want to, then tell us, because then we should do it together.
I'm gonna be walking slowly around, touching everything.
Touching everything.
Makes sense.
Mira, can you roll a d20 for me?
Here, there's a lot of. It could be poison ivy.
I can't tell the difference. I can't see.
Okay, maybe I should have gone for Mira.
Okay, wait. I gotta remember how to do this. Oh, here it is. I found it. Well.
All right. So, your hand brushes against what feels like a mushroom, but then it starts moving. And then all of a sudden, a bunch of powder gets sprayed on you, and you start feeling sleepy.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, that's not the worst status effect to have.
That's true.
Status effect.
It's not actively attacking you, but it did puff on you, and then it's kind of waddling away.
I mean, I can't see that, but I'm gonna send a slight, message to Sandy, be like, I'm sleepy. And then Sandy can check on me, because he would do that.
Yeah.
I figured that Pokemon. It's cute. That's the problem with Pokemon. Some Pokemon are just cute, and then some are just literally look like they're too scary to exist in real life.
That's true. OT, where are you and what are you doing?
Please tell me you're near her. I mean, what would Odie do?
He's probably just looking around for berries, first of all. I mean, maybe probably looked at the tree, thought it was a little, interesting. So that's pretty unusual. So obviously, got to pick them out.
I mean, we wouldn't wander too far from the central tree.
But Ochi is very mission oriented, so you wouldn't take long to start looking for berries. And being as, I guess, aware as he is, he might see that. Actually, can I roll perception?
Yeah.
That might make sense.
I mean, you are OT, so we'll call it average. You see some berries and some Pokemon. Some people have already noticed some of the Pokemon, but yeah.
Okay, but did I see Mira get?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
Mira... I was going to say
Well, it was kinda
probably, but
obvious.
Mira's pretty, to herself, so I don't know. Mira, would you make some kind of surprise noise at having this stuff sprayed on you?
Yeah, probably. 'cause
Probably.
I can't,
Just, it goes...
I can't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just all heard a yelp, I guess.
Yeah, so you'll hear her yelp, and so
Yeah, that's
you'll
a good time. I'd probably be like,
you'll know where she's
ah,
at. Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Do I hear it as well?
Yeah, you would.
Okay.
Unless if you're so super elated that you're in the forest and you're like, oh, soil.
You know, I am in my element.
You
Let me
are.
check.
You could roll for it. There you go. You might hear her, or you might just pass it off as like, another sound in the forest. Ah, the forest.
I look back, and do I see Odie running towards...
You would. His trench coat flares out pretty wildly when he runs.
Okay, I drop what I'm doing here.
Okay.
I drop what I'm doing. Well, I don't drop anything physically, but I drop what I'm doing, and I carefully navigate in Odie's direction and try to catch up with him. And I'll help him guide, and so that he doesn't touch anything that's poisonous.
Like a sentient shroom.
Well, yeah, I guess. Like in the Pokemon world, there's not plants that are poisonous. There are grass type Pokemon and poison type Pokemon that are poisonous.
Yeah.
So it's not a plant issue as much as I keep an eye out for any Pokemon that I know to be poisonous.
In that case, boom, you definitely see that guy right there.
Oh,
You're
good thing I didn't touch that.
You're super
Yikes.
aware of that guy. He's kind of known for being poisonous.
Yeah.
Are these middle two bug types?
The very cutesy one, is cute types. I'm joking. It's actually grass. It's not bug. This guy here is bug electric.
This is bug electric.
Yeah. So you like know everything bug. So feel free to ask any other information.
Yeah, and this one's bug, I assume.
Yeah, and that one's just bug. Maybe bug poison. It might be bug poison.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know these off the top of my head in real life, so I need to ask.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
so bug poison, bug electric, and grass.
Yeah, they clearly catch my eye, but I tell Odie which ones are poisonous, so he knows not to touch them.
Much appreciated.
Do we make? She couldn't have gotten far.
Oh yeah,
I don't-
no. So you get to Mira. Mira, is there anything you kind of want to, or you think Sandy would do, or that you'd want to tell Sandy before you might fall asleep?
Sandy would probably be buzzing around me, maybe slapping my face.
Okay. Roll a d20, to see how effectively you can stay awake. Okay. Well, with Sandy slapping you some, roll one more d20. I'll give you an advantage, if you will. There you go.
Oh, there we go.
So you're really sleepy, as if like someone gave you 3 pills of Benadryl, but you are not asleep. You just feel sleepy. Like you could fall asleep at any moment if you willed it. Yeah.
Okay.
And to recall, everyone does have one Pokeball, so if they do locate something they're like must have, they can go for it. Even though I'm still going to try to limit your guys' Pokemon, but we'll see.
What's our cap again? 2 or 3?
3 or 4 for the whole game. If you find something that you're really not interested in, or you come across something amazing, then like I could probably be like, yeah, you can kick it off to have Dr. Large take care of it or I could probably Dr. Etna. Or Edda, while you do another one. I'm not gonna be like you are permanently committed, even though we all agree your one thing is lame and you came across something really cool and you can never, you know what I mean. So like, I won't be a jerk about it, but I won't also be like, go ahead, you can catch 10, and then keep whatever you want, you know. So.
Yeah.
Because my
So
plan-
how do I know if I come across something cool? Because
Like I said, you with Sandy's assistance, you can get a good idea of like.
If you're talking like out of character terms, I'd just
Yeah.
say if you like the style of something, you're probably gonna be okay with it.
Yeah, and if you end up with something that, I mean, I'm a maniac about
Josh is gonna
stats.
try and he's gonna try and
So
use abilities
I'm
to
gonna make
balance
your thing balanced. So like I kind of, for example, I kind of convinced Vic to run a Caterpie, even though I scoured all the stats for all the Pokemon. Caterpie is probably the top 6 worst, or like the whole evolutionary line.
Yeah.
The whole evolutionary line is probably like top 6 worst Pokemon. But like I have special things, so like I'll make sure it won't suck. You know.
Yeah, so I think metagaming, to Josh's point, is not the way to go. Just do what's fun.
Yeah, do what's fun,
Okay.
and because I'm addicted to stats, I'll make sure you are balanced.
Yeah.
Cool.
For me, my only way I'm approaching it is it a bug type? Is it neat? Get it.
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Which is absolutely a way to do it.
OT, did you roll for perception? Oh, you did. You got the 4.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Ooh, in my half asleep state, I'm gonna dig my hand into the ground and see if I can find clay.
Yeah, go for it. Roll a d20.
Okay.
20.
The 20.
The 20.
Oh!
Oh! Yeah. So.
Hey.
This is another world in another dimension, so some of it is different, and you find what you're sure is clay, but like the best quality clay you've ever come across. Yeah, it's nice. It's a teeny bit damp, but it's nice and cool, and yeah.
Good. I hope clay's not dry.
Will I have like some kind of like baggage in my like?
Yeah. You guys have like take some sandwich bags with you. You know, like you have your like backpacks or whatever, and you know.
Cool. I'm gonna like take reservoirs, stick it in my those package baggy thingies, and then I'm just gonna try to attempt to make a replica of Sandy out of the clay in my half asleep state.
Right then and there. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Cannot wait. Yeah, I mean,
Mirror
sure.
has priority. God. You don't even, because you don't know what's happening to you. But anyway,
and yeah.
We make it to her, I guess.
Yeah. So you see her. You aren't sure if she's going crazy or what. She's really happily digging to the ground. I don't know. She struck gold or something. Yes.
Are you all right? You heard it yell.
I don't respond.
Okay.
I'm absorbed in my clay.
Okay. I look at the clay and make sure it's safe and there's no bug.
Yeah, there's nothing sketchy. There's no poison or anything around there. No crazy plants. So, yeah.
Okay. I just tell Odie to stick with her. Odie, can you stick with her? I'm just gonna look in this immediate vicinity for berries west again, and until we meet our quota.
Yes, that is perfect.
Cool. Basil, roll d20 for how effectively you gather several berries.
While he does that,
Yep.
OT is going to reach into his bag, grab a Pokeball, whisper into it real quick, and then a few seconds later he's going to send out... Oh wait, I can't... I don't think I have permission to put images on this, but he's going to send out a Flareon to
Curious.
intimidate,
You don't
to
have
intimidate all these bug Pokemon away.
Yeah, go for it.
My Caterpie is right there. Like, my Caterpie is... I don't think my Caterpie will appreciate that.
That's the idea.
That's
If
true.
Caterpie doesn't appreciate it, then the rest of them don't appreciate it either.
Who knows how my Caterpie's gonna react?
Let me
gonna roll on Caterpie's temperament.
I'm gonna end up. Oh, dang.
My guy is completely fine with you throwing out a Flareon, I guess.
Okay then.
Oh my. See, I say I rerolled 20s, but I don't know how I feel about that.
Maybe after so many years of fighting Charmanders, 15 years of fighting Charmanders at level
That makes sense.
Level 5 Charmander? That's true. Oh my gosh, you're reminding me of my book I just typed in. Okay, anyway.
I mean, if I think about it, 3 types that they're weak against or vulnerable to are flying, rock, and fire. And he would have seen Pidgeys for 15 years, and he would have seen Charmander for 15 years.
Yep, that's true.
So story-wise, he's only scared of ground types. But anyway, Caterpie looks back, rolls its eyes, and looks forward. Meanwhile, how did the bug Pokemon react, by the way? The wild ones.
Yeah. So, whoops. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
All right, there you go. Yeah.
Jeez, I wanted to capture those OD.
It's even transparent. I dig it.
Hold on, I have to add one important detail though. See if I can.
Does he have a little bow on his head?
Even better. Shades.
Whoa, wait a minute. Only Squirtle's allowed to do that.
Anyway.
You just don't care.
He doesn't even know that he can wear sunglasses. Like, get on his level.
So yeah. The Flareon. Also, Vic, roll for me 2d20, 3 d20s, and of which a 20 would not count for anything special. This is how I get a d60. I guess I could have said d60, but that's fine.
You coulda, yeah. We have technology.
All right, so addition
So
says
3d20 is not statistically the same as 1d60.
I know. Oh, you're right. It absolutely isn't. This is an arbitrary.
Just saying.
This is an arbitrary roll. It's fine. So Vic, immediately you get a Qualot berry.
Oh wait, what about haven't I been getting berries beforehand?
Yeah,
Or
but
did
this is like in addition to what you're doing. So you can write that in your items.
What berries have I got?
QU, Qualot berry. And then for the normal berries, you get. Well, yeah, you rolled a 20 when I said to get berries, right?
That was for.
Oh, that was for your Caterpie.
That was my Caterpie reacting. I got a 15.
Yeah.
For berries.
So.
But what about beforehand, right? So I was getting berries beforehand.
So the Flareon kind of scares this guy in the background.
Okay.
And
You got-
I guess he's in the foreground. This guy's just done. He's out. He's done. Peace. He was touched, and there's a Flareon. He's done. The owl is going to fly away. This guy is gonna slink in the background. And
He's watching. He's like, oh, I can take it.
he's pretty aggressive.
I can take the heat.
This guy appears, but then he runs away.
The thing is fascinating.
It's so fascinating.
New Pokemon at the bottom right.
It's brand new. So he scurries off. Ah!
Also,
Yep.
Okay.
So but your Flareon successfully scares all them pokes away.
Them pokes.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So yeah, and so did I have you roll for berry collection yet, Vic?
You had me. You didn't let me. I didn't roll whenever I was at the tree and up until the Mira getting powdered. and then I only rolled for the first time whenever around here. But I assume I was getting berries, acquiring berries
Yeah.
up until the whole
Well, roll now for like. I mean, you've been around, so just roll now for like general berry collection. You know. Oh, solid. Yeah.
got 215.
So I don't know if I said this last time, but the quest is to get 2 of each of the 5 berry types, and you succeeded. But the guy did mention if you want to be above and beyond, then you'll get a little bit more for your rewards if you want to get more than that.
Yeah, right. I do that, I guess.
However, this does not make sense to real life, but I'm pulling a video game thing. There are no more berries here. Now, really, when I say 2 of each, maybe that's just some quantity number, right? I mean, a guy's not going to pay you money to go out in the forest and get 10 berries. Maybe like 25 of each or something, you know, basketfuls, right? So
Yeah, I always thought it was like a bowlful or something.
yeah. So whatever the case is, for story purposes, you cannot find any more berries. You have enough to satisfy the minimum of the quest. You can try to get more at another location if you want.
I'll just write down the names of the berries don't matter since it's gonna be going to the quest.
Yeah, that is correct. Except for that one I cited that you do have personally.
Okay, so it's called a koala berry.
Yeah.
The W. Yes.
Yeah, Qualot. It's actually a pretty interesting one. It's probably like berry. I don't consider berries too powerful Pokemon, but that one's pretty interesting.
So I got the minimum required, or did I get all the? Did I get every? Did I do the above and beyond berries for the quest as well?
You just got enough for the minimum of the quest.
Okay, but I couldn't do any more.
Yes, but you have gotten all the berries.
The berries. This entire area, there's no more berries.
Correct. Liz, roll one more time for falling asleep or not, and then you might.
Okay.
And then you might be good after that. Okay, you're fine. You're very sleepy, but you're it's wearing off with each minute. So.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep playing with my clay.
Okay. She's better be. She's had a rough time. So Odie, we've gotten enough berries to fulfill the quest. Would you want to head back, or do you want to, Mira? Do either of you want to capture a Pokemon while we're here?
I don't hear you. I keep playing with my clay.
I cautiously tap her on the shoulder.
Ooh, Nincada. The ultimate shenanigan Pokemon.
Is the ultimate
Sandy slapped your hand, and I keep playing with like clay.
Okay, I leave her alone. Well, we can't leave because she's not going to leave. So, Odie, you just want to capture the Pokemon that you want in the area?
Most of them are scared out.
Yeah, he's eyeing the Nincada up there. Actually, maybe I'm gonna do a casual. Nah.
Nincada.
I don't know. I love
Nincada is so good.
I love the things it can become.
If I played as a player, that would be my starter. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it can become 2 really cool Pokemon. One of them is just like immune to a bunch of things, and then the other one is like the fastest thing in the game.
It is a bug ground, which is compelling.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Actually, yeah, you should catch it if you can. Actually, let me do that in character. Like, I'll point it out.
Point it out.
I mean, that's probably all. Like, OT isn't a very wordy person. He's just like,
That's true.
Hey, there it is.
Hey, there it is. What, more berries?
I mean, there's pros to each of them because this is poison, and I like the idea of status effects.
Yeah.
Like, when I actually play, Pokemon, Fire Red or whatever, I just go for status effects Pokemon. Basically, that's how I think. But I like the idea of having bug plus something else because otherwise I'm gonna be vulnerable to things.
Yeah. I mean, you'll always be vulnerable to something.
This is true. I mean, it's also nice to have status
The
effects.
Grubin turns around and is starting to wander off screen.
Oh no. Okay. which one's closer, this one or this one?
Oh, this one's way
The
far.
one is way up in the tree.
He's
yeah.
way up in the tree. He's staying far away, probably because the creepy mask man is looking at him. But...
Okay. I
Creepy
asked
Mask Man
I'm
and the
gonna
Flareon are both
I'm
like,
gonna roll
hey.
dice for it, but which one I
Oh,
want.
that's true. The Flareon's there. That's why everything was running away.
Yeah, really.
Which one I want. Okay, I'm gonna get the Ninkata.
Like, this thing can burn you alive, but this guy is wearing a creepy mask.
Which one is scarier? Okay, I tell Odie and I tell him to use his Flareon as a deterrent so the other Pokemon don't attack me while I'm attacking Ninkata.
Consider it done.
Oh, I lost its sunglasses there.
You lost the sunglasses. That's okay.
Flareon turns to his side and the Flareon falls on his tail, I guess. That's very cute. I love the OG Pokemon games where they didn't say their name, they just screamed an electric howl.
Gosh.
Yes.
That was fantastic. Okay, so Turmeric and I approach the Ninkata.
Okay. Describe
Is
how
it
you're
way up in that tree?
going. Describe how you're gonna get to it.
Get it.
I use my agility.
Yeah.
Or I don't know what stat that would be for me physically.
There might actually be one just called agility. I need to look at your guys' stats here.
I do have something called agility, but I think it also
it'd be dexterity. It'd be getting up the tree without slipping and falling is dexterity. Getting up the tree faster that you could combine with dexterity is agility. So I would say for the time being, roll dex.
Okay. I don't know how to combine.
So that's a +2. You just roll a 20 and then report 2 higher. You can combine, but that's a lot of work.
I can just do this. Okay, it's 11.
There you go. Yeah. So you're making up the tree all right. I'm gonna roll a secret 20 to see how the Ninkata feels about you.
I make cooing sounds that I know calm Ninkata.
Yeah. Roll 20 for your cooing sounds.
I mean, I say cooing, not like.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Decent.
I should.
I mean, you are the bug catcher. So it doesn't hurt. That's what I could say. As you
the best you could expect.
Net 0. No information. Nothing was gained. Okay.
All right. Roll me Dex one more time as you make your way up the tree. This very, very large tree. You wouldn't mind making a house here. It's a very nice place.
Treehouse?
Am I rolling so bad all of a sudden?
I mean, you have a +2. And I'm gonna roll in one more time for how it feels about you.
Okay.
It flies over to this tree.
I asked Caterpie to make a rope, and I carefully make my way across the rope to the other tree, and then when I find a sturdy branch, that's somewhat near Ninkata, I have Turmeric string shot him so he can't move anymore, or he can lower his speed.
Cool. One more dex to get close for you and Turmeric. I don't know. I'm picturing Turmeric on your shoulder or something. Getting close as you navigate across the string shot. Oh.
That's cool.
Oh. Wait, is that a nat one?
I can get a Pokemon later. Okay.
Well, okay. So here's the thing. You rolled a nat 1.
Oh, it wasn't that one.
So
Rip.
you and I mean, you are younger, but you're still kind of big. Your weight broke the rope that Caterpie made. Not that the rope is weak, but Caterpie makes it on the spot. So sometimes it attaches well, sometimes it doesn't, you know. So you fell like about 10 feet, and then you just slam like horizontally into the ground, like right there. This thing freaks out. Pew! It just runs away.
Aww.
Rip.
Well, no. That bug right there ran away.
Oh.
However, I rolled for the Ninjask being chill with you, and rolling high means it's more chill with you, and I actually got a 20. So, no matter
God.
how loud and disruptive you were, it's still here. In fact, it finds you kind of funny and intriguing that you fell, and it got a little bit lower on the branch.
You got friendship points by failing so hard.
It.
Oh my.
It's like this guy's funny.
He's like, this guy is an idiot. I need to be with him. It trusts me because it can tell that I'm incompetent. Odie is. I hope Odie is not judging.
You see nothing but the mask.
You see nothing but the mask.
Anyway, I stand back up and I brush myself. I don't think I hurt. I check myself for injuries. I don't think.
I would like do some minor damage to you, but I don't really care about keeping track of that right now.
I have minor scratches. It's
Yeah.
fine. From the.
And your clothes are a little bit wet. You fell in this little puddle here. Like
Okay.
you fell halfway in the puddle and halfway on the ground.
Okay. Well, it broke my fall. It's fine.
Yeah.
So I have Caterpie string shot, and that's 100% accuracy.
Technically, it's actually 95.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah,
I was thinking-
yeah. Roll for.
Is that
Roll D100. That was
snap.
almost a crit. Okay, yeah. So you get him slingshotted.
Slingshot.
string shot?
String
Yeah.
shot. Goodness
Cool.
gracious.
Okay. Is it?
And then you have your signature object.
Object? What?
that
Oh, yes.
Get him.
Well, it needs to be damaged first, doesn't it?
Oops. I turn on my camera here and I'm like, no.
You just have to put your mouse on the and press the camera button.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's funny. I have them.
Okay. Does it look like I need to tackle it before I throw the wall?
I could throw everyone over here. Sorry. I have
Oh shoot!
There
I
you
should have
go.
been.
I just shuffle the order of everyone. Sorry. Okay. Technical difficulties. We're good now. So yes, you successfully slingshotted it, and what were you doing? Slingshot. Once again, I said that.
Slingshot.
I can't.
Should I tackle it, or should I just
No, use your signature thing, man.
Okay. Well, not me tackling it, Caterpie tackling it, but okay. Yeah, I use my net and elegantly and in a Sailor Moon fashion capture the link data.
Net him.
Roll a 20.
It whole shebang of
It works because
Oh.
your bug catcher basil, and this is your shtick, almost literally your wooden thing, and it was string shot it, which you can count that like a status affliction if you will, which actually does make catching easier in Pokemon, and it kind of liked you. So the more defiant a Pokemon is, the harder it is to catch, right? So
Yeah.
Cool. So you successfully got it. There you go. I'll add stats to that for you later.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to figure that out later.
Nice.
Yep.
Excellent.
First Pokemon capture of the campaign.
Doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah.
And yeah, success. So hopefully that's a marking for how you guys will be doing.
Oh, if that is all we have to do here, I say we move back.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think next time we come out here, let's check out the pond. But I think we've had
Submit the
some good-
quest? So you want to submit the quest as of now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, we have everything, right?
I look at Mira's Pokemon and
Yes.
not shake my head and say, "Let's go."
Am I awake now?
Yes. You're
Okay,
100% awake. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. And you
Maybe I've
can
been
keep keep some a decent amount of the clay with you.
Oh yeah,
Well-
definitely. But I'll follow. I can tell everyone's leaving, I guess, so I
Yeah.
can.
Follow them.
I tell
Yeah.
everyone about the healing properties of clay and how it can be used to cool burns
Oh, that's nice.
as we walk back.
No, that's nice to know.
That's cool.
I'm making that up. I don't know if it's true in real life, but
I mean, probably not, but cool.
I'm making it up. It's Pokemon. Whatever.
That's fine.
No, it sounds good. Yeah.
It sounds.
It sounds plausible. It's fine. Yeah. Let me try to get this music thing figured out again here.
The Ninkado is, by the way, inside my Pokeball now.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ignore all of my bot blips. All right, so you are back to the village. The village, whatever I'm trying to say. Cool. So the
Alright.
quest giver for this one was the apothecary guy.
Yep. Apothic.
Apothic. Okay. So, who's that in the corner?
And I will just say he's doing something over there.
Who is this?
A new person you have not seen. She kind of smiles at you guys as you walk into town and just kind of stands there in the corner, a little I guess the corner's kind of shadowy, and just smiles and nods. She is human, but you've never seen her before. But she is keenly watching your group as you walk in town.
We've only been in town for a day. I don't expect us to know everyone. I smile and wave.
She
And then
nods.
I move forward and we all enter the apothic.
Cool. So 100%, I'm not going to remember the voices I used for any of the minor characters, but that's fine. So let me get my thing here. Yes, hello, adventurers. Did you get the berries I were looking for?
Yes, good sir. Here you go.
He checks them all out and is like, wonderful, perfect, thank you. This is everything I was looking for. Here you guys go. Just give me 10 minutes and then I'll get your reward to you. So he goes to into a small shop, and then, or I guess he's not actually on the streets. He actually does have a shop, so he's already behind the counter. He's fiddling around with some stuff, and he has a mortar and pestle and is crushing things and making and stuff.
Yeah. I look around and I check to see if there's any herbs or berries or anything that I don't recognize, and take note of it.
In his shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see like 15 different berries that you've never seen before.
Oh geez. Okay. I draw them and I make note of them so I can ask about him, Apothic, later when he comes back.
Cool. Yeah.
So I know what a qualit berry is, by the way. I mean, I know its name, so presumably I do.
That's true. Yeah, you do. And since I have it right up here, according to Pokemon, it lowers defense EVs but raises friendship. So it might debuff your bonus stat to defense a little bit, but it will raise friendship some.
It's all right. I mean, when I'm a Metapod, I'm gonna have high defense anyway.
No.
I figure I can take a hit.
Yeah.
But I'll save it for later.
Yeah.
I tell Odie and Mira if she wants to about all the different berries and their healing properties.
Okay.
Just so we know, like, all their pros and cons, basically, of the various berries that I do recognize, so that they know what they might want to buy whenever they get the money.
Oh yes. So the guy turns around, is like, "Ah, thank you for waiting. Here you go, 70 clammers." He gives them all to you, Basil. But like that's the total currency from the quest, and a full heal for each player. So you can go ahead and add a full heal to your item list. Liz, if you don't know, a full heal is a one-time use like potion thing. It can heal any status condition, or I guess any and all. In this game, you can actually stack status conditions as long as they make sense. In Pokemon, you can only have one active at a time, but in real life, you can be poisoned and asleep at the same time. For example.
Let's divide up the money. I mean, but it doesn't divide up evenly, so there's no such thing as a half clamor.
No.
It seems that may not be necessary.
You don't think?
Since things seem to be expensive.
You think one person should handle the finances?
Yes, that seems prudent.
What do you think, Mira?
Oh, sorry, my throat's a little...
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay.
Not me.
Okay.
Isn't the right word?
No.
This is the moment where Devlin, if he was here, would be like, "Me, I'll handle it."
Yeah.
Devlin does say that, and we all ignore him collectively, I guess.
Yep.
And
Really, OT just doesn't want Devlin to have any of the money.
Yeah. It would just
He
be
has
alcohol.
He has issues, so we all implicitly agree that he's not a good idea.
Yes.
No.
You
Yeah,
don't need psychic mind reading for that.
Yeah. Do you want to hold on to it, Odie, or shall I? I've lived in the woods for 15 years, so I have no understanding of economics.
Yes, that will be fine. What do they look like, by the way? Like coins?
They're like
I hope they're dollar bills because 70 coins is quite a lot to me.
they look like coins, but not a single one is like perfectly round and symmetrical. They're all pretty like bent and weird shaped.
That is so obnoxious. Who printed that?
But some are different colors. So like you can assume different color ones are worth higher amount, like multiple clammers.
Right.
Okay, I guess I'll hang on to it if no one objects. Caterpie makes this little silk bag to keep them, that it can be partitioned from my other stuff.
I'll have to wash
Alright.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I asked the apothec about all the berries that I don't know, and the one that I saw in the forest that I don't know about.
Ah, good idea.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he goes through.
Yeah, something in my throat.
He goes through all the other berries you haven't seen, and because I'm not making up things because I can't do that. I'll say
Here's an encyclopedia.
I'll say all the berries that you don't know are the ones that, according to the game, say decreases damage taken by the holder from a super effective fill-in-the-blank type move. So there's, 16 typings in Pokemon or something. So all of those berries, each of their effects are different. Reduce the damage from a super effective move of a particular type, and then the berry's used up. Don't ask me how eating a berry in the moment during combat reduces damage from a type that it knows is super effective against you. Don't ask.
That sounds pretty useful.
Yeah, like Geez, these probably are expensive. I ask if there's like an berry or herb or etc. encyclopedia that I can look through.
Oh yeah, sure. There's this book here. Let you I'll let you borrow it for free since you're still a relatively new customer and you got a quest done for me.
Oh.
I mean,
Nice.
I was gonna just copy it all out, but thank you.
Yeah, so just can you return it back to me tomorrow? I'll be fine.
Sure, yeah, I'll copy it out all tonight then.
You're gonna be like a prolific like master journalist and like net explorer.
I'm assuming it's gonna be crib notes. I'm not gonna write it out word for word.
But like I
Just
feel
gonna
I could see you being the kind of guy that like gets really good at like drawing maps and drawing those like really old like 1700 drawings of like I've seen this animal for the first time, explorers.
Always like horrendously represented, and it turns out it's a giraffe. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like, what the hell is that thing? Have you heard those descriptions that are like it was like half dragon and half snake, and it had the spots of a leopard, and it was a giraffe. Like, that's how they described a giraffe.
That's fair.
I'm not kidding. That's like I read a description, and I'm like, that's so much more terrifying than it's. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be Basil. Just gross misunderstandings and representations of various animals, except bugs. That are gonna be extremely inaccurate. Okay, so I have I have the berry and herb encyclopedia. So we have excess berries. Or we have clamors. Does anyone want to buy anything?
Hmm.
You also know, I'll say this now. I actually had to take inventory of like actual markets and prices since the last time we played. So, the quest that, or I guess Mira would know, the quest that was accepted from the figure out where the food's going or whatever quest is if you can solve it completely, 120 claimers total.
Oh, gee, okay.
Ooh.
Okay. So my thinking, Odie, is that we use some of the money to buy supplies, some of the money to buy food that we use to bait as, bait, and then use some of the money for a hotel.
A hotel? You don't.
I'm thinking.
Are you
inn,
the
but
camping
yeah.
guy? Like.
We can also
Yeah.
outside.
Basil's like, I would like a premium suite, please.
Oh God.
I've never had a roof before.
When I say hotel, I meant like an inn.
Right,
Would you
yeah.
inn, or do you mind?
Shelter. I guess.
You guys have tents and camping supplies with you.
Okay.
Oh, it's true. We have tents.
We'll save money by camping.
Yeah, I agree. That's a better move.
Yeah. Also, I do have actual prices for some things at some of the other stores and written down now. Last time I didn't.
I remember the aviary had mystery eggs, which were like kind of cool.
Yeah,
None of them were bug Pokemon when I checked.
that is true.
Not.
That's true.
The duck is
Good.
80. The duck is 80 clammers.
I thought you were gonna say it's 80 years old. It's been there for 80 years.
Oh God.
It's just you look very closely and has like like wrinkles if you look very closely.
Want to buy a duck, please?
Please, I've been here for 80 years. I've seen so much. Please end me.
Oh my.
Gosh. That's pretty sad.
It's it's my head canon about that bird. So I look and okay, first of all, for supplies, Odie, Mira, Devlin, do we know what kind of Pokemon were down in the sewers? Like, in terms of, like, what kind of status effects could we possibly have?
Status.
It's okay.
Broken spleen, though.
Yeah. Broken bones.
Infected from digging around in sewer water.
Okay, so a poison cure might be a good idea, maybe. Because I'm assuming poison cure can be used as a disinfectant. Or does
In
that not?
in with some level of expertise from you, and a decent dice roll, probably. You'll be
Is there
like on the
anything?
side of like how can you apply it in a medical situation. Also, I'm gonna just go ahead and say you got enough non-quest related arbitrary berries, arbitrary berry,
Oh, okay.
which can be used as your food ploy instead of needing to buy food.
So okay, and those are not. They don't have status effects, so I'm okay
Yeah,
with
they're
using
just
those.
completely unimportant, unuseful berries other than eating.
Okay. Do any of your Pokemon want to eat? We can just use the. We can use a little bit of the book it for feeding.
Are they delicious?
I mean, they're
Yeah.
edible and they're nutritious.
Those two, those are facts.
Oh, there's a big difference between edible and palatable.
Okay, well, on one level it meets edible, and then on a secondary level it meets nutritious.
Although to be fair, OT is probably the sort of person who'd just stomach something.
Okay.
You guys do also have generic like rations as well from adventuring supplies.
Are those-
Like you probably have like a week or two of like brought rations that you got from your world,
Okay.
Okay.
but feel
Okay,
free to explore the flavors of other places too if you want.
I'm just gonna go to the apothec and get one of each status effect. I don't know. One status effect cure, like paralysis heal, burn heal, etc.
That's useful.
We don't. Let's just get a platter.
Yeah,
Basically.
yeah. So all of
Platter.
you have one full heal as requests as from completing that quest, and then for each status effect one it would be
I hope it's not too much.
5 clamors per.
Okay, how many status effects are there?
There's if you think freezing is possible, then there's 5. Well, and then there's also confusion. Confusion would bring it up to 6.
Okay, do we want to include freeze, Odie?
Oh, also I forgot. Oh, never mind. Continue. Nothing. There was a special thing, but you guys missed it.
Do we have money for that?
You have 70 claimers now. Each status effect cure costs 5. But you all
so
have
just get one of each.
You
then,
all
yeah.
have one full heal as well, but full heal's obviously a bit more special than a heal a specific item thing.
Does it full heal cure status effects?
It heals all status effects.
Oh,
So all
Okay,
of you
then-
have one full heal each.
okay. then
And that
maybe
was
we
just
don't-
from the quest reward.
Okay, I look for besides status effect ones. There's ones to boost stats, I guess, right?
I
Protein.
I just want to rule out.
Well,
what we don't.
there's two kinds of things. There's permanent stat boosts which are semi-rare, but if you recall, one of these shops here actually have something similar to that. And then there's like temporary combat things like X attack and I've never been fond of those because it's annoying to maintain keep maintenance of that. But
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I'll need it, but you and Mira, do you want it?
What is it?
It's basically just temporary stat boosts to anything you want.
Oh, stat boost. Oh.
Yeah. Is there
okay.
anything in particular that's weak in your Pokemon that you'd want to temporarily boost in a mid-battle?
Ooh.
are you saying, Basil, that you want to buy some of these
I was gonna buy them
X whatever?
depending on what Mira and Odie want. I mean, I'm in charge of the finances. I can't just buy it based on my own wants. I think in terms of status effects, we're okay because you have a cure. You have a.
Everyone has one full heal, so you have a party. You have 4 full heals in your whole party.
Is there? What else? You said Are there any herbs or berries that do the defense against the special attack or the super effective moves?
Yeah, because he has all those there. So, yeah.
Okay.
So it gets
That might
used
be
up
more-
once, and then probably makes a super effective move not super effective once, and it's a specific type of move that you would have to. So
Okay, well,
if Caterpie got hit
what's-
by fire, then it would use up the berry, and it would just be normal fire damage, not super effective fire damage, for example.
Okay. Well, mine are flying, rock, and fire that I'm vulnerable to. I don't know what we're more likely to find in the sewers. Or do you guys want? Are you guys scared about finding something that your Pokemon are vulnerable to? Like water for you, Odie?
uh, hmm. You can't quite tell, but under his mask, he seems to be. Well, I mean, I guess you can't tell it's a mask. But,
Yeah. I can read body language.
yeah,
That's fair.
I don't know. Like, basically, he shares a look with Z, which is Flareon's name, and they
Mhm.
kind of just like. You can't tell from OT because he's wearing the mask, but Flareon looks a bit smug.
Flareon's okay. Okay.
I mean, like, I guess I can.
My recommendation is you can do it if you want, but I find it a little micromanagey.
Yeah.
And in traditional Pokemon form, every Pokemon can hold one item, and getting an item that you permanently don't consume and that gives you some kind of buff is much nicer. Like your turmeric has its something headband that it's wearing as a headband, but for example, so from a player point of view, I find that one-time use hold items are a little, unless if you have a really special thing you intend to do, like, oh, we're planning this combat to happen, and then I'm gonna do this. Like, that's cool, but like if it's like a just in case it might happen, I think that's a little annoying to micromanage. Like I said, there's 16 different Pokemon typings or something like that, so trying to plan for that's a little annoying. Later on, maybe you'll come across like some permanent, semi-permanent item that like permanently increase crit ratio or something that's nice that you can have
And that
instead.
applies for the super effective moves as well, because that's temporary.
So as long as you intend to stay in this dimension, and nothing happens, like you have money, you know, so you don't have to like.
Oh, yeah, we
blah.
probably don't need to like rush
Okay.
to buy
And right now,
anything,
you know,
then.
there are 3 stores, but maybe there's a
Yeah.
little bit more of
Let's-
this world you don't know yet.
Okay, so let's. You said the Knickknacks has a permanent stat boost.
Yeah, so you could visit Knickknacks and see what they got.
Yeah, let's. You want to visit Knickknacks, or do you want to visit the Aviary guys?
Knickknacks is a better move.
Aviary
Yeah.
has eggs, but I don't think.
Like, I know what the aviary is selling. It's selling a duck, and it's selling eggs.
And feathers.
Oh, and the feathers. Actually, I don't know what the feathers are.
Okay, let's
If
just
ever asked.
let's just quickly stop by the aviary so Mira can see it. Look at them, or quote unquote.
Oh
There's
my
gonna be a lot
gosh.
There's gonna be a lot of tough jokes here. Arthur.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
So you get to the aviary and there's the lady there, and she's like, "Hey, you want to buy a duck?" And pushes the duck forward towards you.
I observe the duck. Use all
The
my
duck
skill.
observes you.
I stare into the void. The void stares back at me.
I'll reach out and touch said duck, but I'm not super interested.
I have a 16 for perception of the duck. Do I notice anything weird?
The duck just got a 19 on perception of you. Yes.
What does the duck think of? Okay, what do I think of the duck, and then what does the duck think of me?
The duck thinks that
How good are
You're-
you at reading what the
you're
duck
just-
thinks?
a washed
I
up old man who doesn't know anything about the world, who's trying to play hero so he can feel important.
Ouch.
But you don't know that's what
Ooh.
he's thinking.
What do I observe of the duck?
Just 100% poker face.
Okay, so I detect nothing, and I'm like, so this is a duck, not a side duck, not a gold duck.
It's just a duck.
This place
It's
is
called
weird.
something. I just don't remember. what
It's called ducklet.
Ducklet.
Oh,
Okay.
ducklet. Okay, so it's a real
Blue.
Pokemon. I thought you just legitimately just put a picture of the duck there and then
Yeah,
took it
it is actually a real Pokemon. It's the most like normal looking thing. That and seal. But
Yeah. Is it a water type or a normal type?
it is water.
Okay. I look through the feathers and eggs again and see if there's anything of noteworthy.
Ah, yes, yes. So the eggs are 50 clammers each, and like I said, I kind of mix them up. Can't tell you really what each one is, but they're them baby type Pokemon. Yep,
I
certainly.
may not know anything about money, but that seems like a terrible business model.
um, and these here are these feathers.
Ignores.
These here feathers can she does ignore you. Can be used to permanently boost stats. And I did not mix these ones up, so you can pick what stats you want. 40 clammers each.
Oh my god. It's half
Ooh.
our money, people.
But they're good.
Okay.
Although in
Um,
character, OT is personally against them. Just
That's fair.
here's. Well, actually,
eating
maybe not. Maybe not.
This isn't like
Yeah, it's not like
yeah.
drugs.
Yeah.
Strictly
Once
speaking.
again, we don't ask how these feathers work. That's Pokemon lore. They're feathers. They lightly boost your EV, whatever. I don't know how it works.
I explained to Mira what each of the labels says for the feathers. So it's
I'm just gonna touch them, but
Yeah.
Right.
trying to think what Myra would do in that situation.
I'll move on to knickknacks.
Oh,
And my-
yeah. The duck does respond to Myra's touch, and it does
Oh.
enjoy Myra's touch. While it seems to you, Basil, it's like a void of nothingness. It seems more animated and normal around Myra for no apparent reason.
Yes, I only have an affinity for bug type Pokemon, but it's fine.
What type is the duck?
It's water, maybe water flying. I don't actually know.
I'm just
Yeah, I'm
laughing.
weak.
It's like
I'm not gonna lie,
absolute
it's pretty
judgment.
it's pretty boring other than I'm making it a really sassy duck for no reason.
Okay. So if we do buy a stat boost, people, we're not gonna. It's like half our money, so
Yeah.
let's probably buy only one.
And one boost for all of you, just saying.
Yeah.
It's
That's
a
why
it's a
Sandy
one
is-
Minimal.
It seems
I'm gonna say
unfair.
Sandy is instantly suspicious of the duck, and so Myra just walks out.
That's fair. That's
You
the
know
duck
what?
is very suspicious how it seems to treat Basil.
Yeah, my armor glares at the duck, and we walk out.
The duck
Because
is
it's not
actually the final boss. No.
I love that. So I think it's unfair if only one of us gets a stat boost, and I don't think it's terribly necessary at this point. Also, we don't have enough money to justify that kind of cost.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
That's a big sink. That's a big portion of our money sunk into something that we may not need. Let's go to knickknacks and do we run into the old elderly lady again?
Yeah. Which one do we want to encounter first?
I mean, which just the one here, right?
Yep. All right. So you come across the lady. She kind of, her aura is kind of mysterious, but still friendly. But she does definitely like eye your group as your group walks by. She doesn't start conversation. She doesn't say anything at this point.
My Caterpie string shots into the air and makes an exclamation mark.
Boing!
And then I'm like, that's his way of saying hello.
She gives a light, soft chuckle. Hello. Hi. You can call me Miss Rig, but Anita is just fine too. And she just keeps eyeing your group.
You own this establishment? I pointed the next door.
Oh no, that's not me. Nick owns knickknacks. I'm just observing. Just um, being here in this town.
Okay. You have any? Do you have any information about that thing that's like stealing food from the sewers, and something about a mysterious flute that hypnotizes people?
Did you say food that hypnotizes people?
No, flute.
Food. Sorry, my old ears don't hear as well as they used
Donuts
to.
always hypnotize me.
Yo, I give Odie a high five.
Yes, well, I have seen some rat Pokemon, especially at nighttime. Run around and sneak some food. I don't know where they go.
Is there not a local legend about a flute or anything? There's nothing. I mean, with all respect, you're an old timer. You might. Have you heard any stories from your childhood? Or know anybody who might know about a mysterious flute or local legend?
I'm actually more unfamiliar with this town than you might think. You could say I haven't been here too long.
Oh, so do you not know where the? Could you at least tell us where the rat Pokemon are? Taking the. Where the flute is that is being taken? Sorry.
Yeah. Whenever she is not talking to you, her attention focuses more on OT. And then, when she replies to you, she looks back at you.
Okay.
Oh, yes. All over. If it's warmer these days, so I think if there's any windows open during perhaps dinner time, some of the Pokemon might even be so bold as to run into someone's window in their house. I saw once.
Okay. But I guess I turned to Odie. Like, then maybe you can just leave the bait in town square overnight as we watch.
Yes, I suppose that could work. And he's kind of like offhandedly answering, even though he's like clearly paying attention to this lady.
Mira, do you have an opinion? Where do you think we should leave the bait then?
Thus.
In the sewer? Where they are?
In the sewer. Okay.
Well, seems to be their hideout.
That's true. I mean, it'd be much closer, and we could maybe draw the Pokemon that are capturing the food. That's a good idea. Thank you for your time, Miss Anita.
Yes, no problem.
I bow and look back. I double back. What's the phrase? I take another
back shuffle.
I take a 2 looks back at her.
Oh,
like
gotcha.
Double take.
Double take. Yeah.
Yeah, I double look back at her. And like look between you and Odie because I think there's something up, but I'm not gonna comment on it.
Yeah.
And we head into the Knickknack store and look for stuff.
Cool. Yeah. So you get to Knickknacks and Nick is there. Hello, I'm Nick. Welcome to Knickknacks. I've got exactly what you do need or exactly what you don't need. For today, I've got a travel trunk.
Oh no, loot boxes.
It looks. It's It's like a. It's like briefcase, but more square shaped and less rectangular. A gallon berry, a Z crystal, a lens case, and a pasho berry.
Wait, what is Z crystal?
The Z crystal is green.
Wait.
Look.
Huh. A real question is how much does everything cost?
Yeah, so I random this list every time. So I have to weigh the cost on the spot, based on how awesome I think that the item will be.
It's
God.
okay.
So ask, or do you want me to just get all of the prices here?
What's the Z crystal? I'm curious. That's to upgrade to Z moves, but I don't think I'm gonna use it. But I'm curious.
Yeah, it has something to do with that. I don't quite remember.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
say the
according-
Z crystal is 70 clammers.
It's required to upgrade moves to Z moves according to Bubblepedia.
Makes sense.
70 clammers? Okay, that's a lot of money. What about the berries?
The Gallon berry. Shoot, I gotta bring it. I have my berry list here. So these ones were actually really cool. Okay, and it's not in that list of berries. It's in. Ganlon. Oh, my apologies. Ganlon. Sorry, Control F. Okay. Ganlon berry. Nick, it describes to you well. The Ganlon berry, it raises your defense when your HP falls below 25%. For you, that is. I'm trying to think if I want that a permanent or not. We'll say not because there's already permanent stat things in the world. So for you, that would be 10 clammers. And then the Pasho berry.
That's HP, I think.
No, you're thinking pet shit? No, I don't know. Let me see here. Pacho berry.
Macho berry.
Oh my gosh.
Emperor New.
Does it do anything?
If held by a Pokemon, it weakens a foe super effective water type.
Oh, okay, so it's like one of those. Gotcha.
Another one of those.
Yeah.
We need any more berries, actually.
And that would be 10 clammers as well, which is totally not a good deal.
No, it's not. Yes.
Does anybody want it? The Ganlon berry might be interesting. It's also very dry and bitter, so.
Yeah, I think we have enough berries.
The travel trunk will be 40 clammers, and the lens case 30.
What is the lens case for?
I don't remember
So this is funny because like we're doing a role playing game, but I'm getting this from Pokemon the video games, right? So the lens case is a key item that allows you to change your eye color because you're switching out lenses.
What?
Oh, it's colored lenses. It's colored icon.
It contains several different contact lenses that you could just switch out.
That's
Oh, gosh.
it's so extra.
This is 100% necessary for OT.
Oh, we don't even see your eyes.
Exactly.
Exactly.
We don't- Anyway, is there a knack here?
A knack?
Hey, I mean, there's a Nick.
There's a Nick. We need a knack.
Oh, I'm
Maybe.
sorry. Knack is out on a adventure to the Elven village, trying to get more supplies for our store.
Okay,
Plausible. Sure.
That's plausible. Is he your twin, or do you just put on a different hat?
Oh no! Yes, you are. You are very perceptive, sir. We are twins. Yes, ever since birth. Yep.
I mean, I would assume ever since birth. I don't know much, but Cody, do twins just become twins in the middle of life?
No comment.
Odie just judges everyone in the room. Okay, so I guess there's not very much here that I think you were right, Nick. There is stuff we want and there's stuff we don't want. It looks like we don't really want.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Come again tomorrow and see what I may have.
They came off really rude. I politely say goodbye. Have a good night, stay.
You too. You too.
Okay. So if we're all good and square, everyone, let's collect Devlin and head down to the sewers.
Collect him like an item.
Well, he's like apparently passed out on the floor
That sounds about right.
in the apothecary. Well, not on the floor. He's in a bed having a fever dream in the apothecary.
Yes.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, he ate the wrong berry and now he's hallucinating.
There you go. That sounds about right. He totally would play into that too.
Yeah, he just accidentally drugged himself. Now the apothecary is getting him to vomit it back up. And that's what we. I'm just making this up for Devlin. We make it back and we just find Devlin having vomited out the hallucinogenic berries.
Sounds about right.
And the apothecary just nursed him to health by making him drink a lot of water.
That sounds about right.
And we collect the very groggy Devlin and take him to the sewers.
Not again! Not again! All right.
Oh gosh.
And let's lay out our trap, everyone.
All right, go for it.
We make it down. Let's enter the sewers, and I'll let's find an open location with a lot of hiding places nearby, where there's only one exit besides the entrance to the sewer. Do we find anything like that, or?
As
I'm back. What did I miss?
yes. So we figured you were gone.
Sorry.
Vic explained wonderfully what was up with Devlin in his absence, and it all sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Makes sense. And then now you're all laying. What? Say your last paragraph again, Vic. What's your plan?
Oh, I think the first room in the sewers had only one exit besides the entrance to the sewer. So it's like, and it's somewhat of a nice open area. So I figured that's a good area to lay out the trap.
Yeah.
We'll put out a blanket, which is just literally our knapsack that we unwrapped, and put the berries on there in a big, nice pile.
Wrong place. Wrong place.
And we'll woof. Okay, I assume this is not true to life, or are there multiple entrances?
Yeah, so once again, I picked the best. You can have one primary entrance down to the sewer, and that's the normal way you would get into the sewers if you weren't going through the vents.
What I mean is, like, if you were to continue into the sewers further, is there only one door if you want to go further, or is there multiple doors?
There are. It is a teeny bit like a maze. There are multiple doors. I will tell you, as a game master, I only have 2 pictures prepared for the sewers, so this is the one you have right now.
Okay, cool.
How many, besides the entrance to the sewers that we just came through, how many other doors are there?
2. Well, 3. I imagine a sewer for a village kind of goes in like north, south, east, west kind of direction. So there. So you guys have the main entrance, and then it goes off in the 3 directions.
Okay, so there's one for each of us. So I'll assign each of us to an entrance. Mira, your Pokemon can be the lookout.
Okay.
Sandy can be lookout. We'll have the berries out in the center of the room. We'll hide, to the best of our ability, I guess, near the entrance, and watch where the Pokemon enter in from. I'm also having us guard each door so that there's no surprise attacks. And
Smart, yeah.
we can tell each other if there's an attack. Anyway,
So you are all in
on-
the same room, but at each different entrance.
yeah.
Okay.
But how far apart are each of the entrances? Can we get to each other quickly?
Oh yeah, you're like. Each entrance is maybe like, I'm trying to remember, maybe like between 50 and 100 feet together. Like, it's not massively far apart from each other. And
Okay,
so,
if we-
so it gets a little thinner, and then it goes on longer from there. But the one room is, not.
Okay, so if one of us is in trouble, what I'm asking is
You're all
anybody.
just kind of close to each other already.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll just keep an eye out on each door, and basically, whenever the Pokemon come and grab the berries and then leave, we'll follow those Pokemon and find the source of the music. That's the plan. Any thoughts? Do you think? I can't
That
think of.
sounds good.
Okay, cool. We'll try to keep a safe distance from the Pokemon so they don't attack us, and only are concerned with the berries. So we're gonna have to stealth it, guys. So
Which means I probably won't know where anybody is. Oh, no, that's not true, because I have Sandy. Just kidding.
yeah. You want me to make a leash out of string so that you can know where Sandy is, or
Nah.
okay?
Myra, you know where Sandy is.
Yeah, I realized that. I was like, oh, wait a minute.
You'll be okay. Maybe I'll make shoes out of silk so that all of our footsteps are quieter.
Except we're wading through water, so how much of a difference is that going to make?
I'd have to ask the DM, is Caterpie's string water soluble?
How can you not know?
If spider silk, we'll say if spider silk is like, I don't know what molecule spider silk is. I imagine it's pretty organic chemistry, but so is a polymer. So like, then polymers aren't necessary. Well, polymers could be or could not be. You could Google that. I'm working on something right now.
Or, I'm gonna look up. I mean, also his string is gonna be like. Kind of like almost like steel, because I know spider silk is considered very strong. It's
Yeah, it's definitely strong.
like pound for pound, it's stronger than steel. So, in real life,
But is it water soluble? That's no, it can't be, because like with the mist on spider webs, there's no way it's water soluble.
Oh, that's fair.
It's similar to aggregate silk. Is similar to silk in composition, except has sugar stuck to the surface.
Interesting. Sugar is water soluble. That's weird.
So
When your roleplay turns into a chemistry lesson.
I mean, both Vic and I are chemists, so
Yeah, I know.
just one look at the molecular structure, you would know if it's water soluble or not.
It's made of stiff proteins called beta sheets. I don't know. what
Beta
protein-
sheet. I'm trying to remember how much polarity things they got going on.
They apparently structurally look like graphite, and like
How
they,
much
they
oxygens
have
are in there? How much OH groups?
very strong beta sheets, and they're held together by hydrogen bonds.
Yeah, that's. I'd say it would lose all of the things that make it good. It wouldn't necessarily be soluble, but it would get weak, and it would lose its tensile strength, etc. It would lose all of its good mechanical properties in water.
Okay, but will it lose its ability to make your feet quiet? Like,
now we're getting into physics. I would say yes, because it would be like.
Okay.
I don't know.
yeah, if it absorbs the impact, then
I'm
then yes.
picturing it's like, well, do soggy socks make noise?
They'll flop on the floor.
They'll
yeah.
flop. So that's what you'll get.
You'll hear like wet slops like every. Okay, let's not. But I mean, you'd hear that anyway if we had our shoes on.
That's true. That is true.
Let's just tread carefully, everyone.
Everyone wearing soggy.
I want it on record that if my character dies, I'm gonna choose a Pokemon for my next life, and it'll be Mr. Mime. So
Okay.
that's my plan that I've been thinking up.
Backup plan.
My backup plan is being a Mr. Mime because I just find that funny. Or either that or a Slow King, because I find that also funny too. So anyway,
They're
there's
actually
too
not
much
bad
water.
Pokemon.
Slow King is one of the more Slow King and Mega Alakazam in my mind are like the most sentient non-legendary Pokemon.
Yeah, they're also terrifying that they are intelligent because
Yeah.
that raises too many questions.
It does.
Because I mean, Machamps are already weird enough because they're humanoid. But
Yeah, ignore the blues.
too much water for Silk to be useful. Everyone, let's just tread carefully. I give everyone, I don't know, stealth tips that I know from the forest.
All right.
Hopefully they're.
So very
applicable.
quickly sum up what your plan was, because I'm this is kind of multitasking. You're leaving food in this room while guarding all the doors.
Exactly, and we're gonna watch where the Pokemon enter, and they'll leave, and then we're planning on following them at a distance.
Okay. Do you intend to like? Are you like hiding in the corners so they don't notice you? Or are you like, I'm at the doorway, haha?
I would assume corners.
Yeah, we're hiding at the corners, but close enough to the doorway that we can watch the doorway.
Okay, cool.
We chose corners that way.
Yeah. Oh, advanced notice. There's a chance every single time I change music, there's a chance it's a little loud or quiet. So.
Noted.
Okay. So
About right.
you hear so we'll say you waited like an hour or so. It's darker, and then you hear this flute playing. And then from outside, well, let me see. Trying to think. Where would they come from? From every single door, several of the Pokemon in which you guys kind of already seen what types they are, scurry through. I guess I'll do my thing here. Scurry through on by, and they come from all the different doors from outside first, and then they all kind of assemble together and head towards where the flute is being played. They don't have food at this time. They head towards the flute direction, and a couple minutes pass. I want everyone to roll a stealth roll. I'll try to be generous because you guys were here first and prepared and picked the corners and things. But
Can I have advantage for that, considering my backstory?
yes, you can have advantage. Wow,
Ooh,
nice.
Wow.
Myra's just like
Didn't need it.
not even here.
Can I have advantage?
Oh, I didn't need it either.
Yeah. Your 7 is fine, Basil. You're fine. So none of these see you. In fact, they're almost a teeny bit like in a trance.
Do they not see the fruit?
Oh, that's true. They're going for the fruit. So they all ignored the fruit and then headed down several minutes towards
the angry
way
eyebrow.
the flute is playing. Yeah, you. Several minutes pass. What do you do?
Follow them, I guess.
I say we follow.
Let's follow. We do hand signals, so we follow them at a distance.
And Sandy does relay that to me, so you don't need to talk.
Gotcha. Cool.
I hand signal to Odie. Do we need earmuffs for our Pokemon?
Oh yeah.
I'd look at Sandy for that.
Let me.
Let's observe Sandy's reaction.
Everyone stare at Sandy.
What would Sandy? I don't know what Sandy would do. What would Sandy? Do I have to roll for that?
Wait, yeah, go ahead and roll for me.
Is Sandy vulnerable to the flute?
Mm.
So, let me figure how this thing works. My music ended. That's fine. So yeah, but you guys seem all right. Myra's a little more focused in the flute direction, but everyone's doing whatever they want to do. You know, if you're hiding and waiting, or if you know whatever you want to do. So.
Well, I think we're starting to follow at a distance.
Cool. Okay, so you're following at a
Yeah,
distance.
we're following it.
And then all of a sudden, you hear, I guess with some of the flickering shadows of some of the torch lights on the wall, you see a bunch of the these rat Pokemon coming back. you all haven't gotten necessarily out of position yet, so whatever you want.
Did the flute playing stop?
The flute playing is still going. I apologize. I apologize for my 3-minute song that ran out. But
Gotta repeat it.
yeah.
I guess I at least personally snap it back into hiding position and watch it for Rattatas.
Nothing playing in this server. Fine, I'll get it. Music. Sorry. Yeah. So what do y'all do? Hide, confront, stand there, and wonder what life's gonna bring to you.
Have an existential crisis about the duck.
Josh, am I able to, through Sandy, am I able to, like, speak to other people telekinetically or no?
With a good roll. You're still level 7. Like Sandy's still level 7.
Okay.
So you're
He's never-
like psychic Pokemon could do like almost anything, but in general, a Pokemon's ability is based on their level, just how strong, how powerful.
Right, that makes sense.
You know, like a level 60 Alakazam can literally teleport people to different places, for example.
All right. Well, anyway, Sandy's gonna signal to everyone else we should follow.
Okay, sure. Let's follow carefully and stick to the shadows.
Okay. So you see the Pokemon, the rad Pokemon spread out. Some of them, not as many as you saw, actually do, if you're still kind of stealthy around, do actually come and find the berries now that you guys laid down. And then they investigate the berries, and then very quickly they just start taking them and snatching them up and carrying them back to where the flute's coming from.
Yeah, so as I thought, we gotta go find the flute.
Okay, and then I do the signal to follow those specific ones that took the fruit.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So everyone follows those specific ones. Many of the So you're just following along, and let me see here. You get to a point where you hear the flute very loud and clear, and then in the next room over around the corner, and there's also a little bit more lighting, and you hear a little bit of like kids or something. You hear random shuffling or semi-quiet talking from what sounds like to be young people.
Yeah.
I look quizzically to the others.
Yes, well, I'd say I do. I'd say I look quizzically back, but nah, it's just a mask. As usual.
I read his body language and tell.
Almost impossible to read him.
I signaled to Well, I guess Sandy already knows.
Mhm.
So we'll stealthily head towards the children, and I signal that maybe there's a kidnapping situation as well.
Mm.
You
I'll
guys
offer him, like,
are
a nod.
so are you like saying all of this with sign language, or like I'm just picturing you like how are you indicating like there's children and then they're walking
Yeah, I'm
and then
using
and then swoop them up with your net and like
I'm using sign language. I think I briefly said that I was teaching them how to do forest stealth
okay.
skills right before, so
Forest
that's gonna be
stealth.
my excuse for. That's gonna be my excuse for why they know how to. We all know how to use sign language.
You are being like a commander you were actually assigned to be. Wow.
Hey.
I probably
No.
should have had everyone roll to see if they actually learned such things. OT, you'd be good, but I don't know about Myra
Sandy-
and
She
We have
quite
to be
literally could not.
Oh, but it would have to be Sandy. I explained to Sandy how to use sign language.
Sandy responds by spinning in place. But anyway, cool. Do you guys want to peek into the next room or walk into the next room?
We'll
Peeking.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So you peek into the next room. Roll. Everyone rolls the 20. Everyone who's peeking, roll a d20.
I can't.
That's a good point.
Roll it for Sandy, I guess.
Sandy?
Sandy
Okay.
can like see for you.
All right. Oof.
Okay.
Oof.
It's not our
So
stealth. Okay.
so OT, that's so fitting. Okay. So all of you guys peer around the corner. Bloop. And you see several little children and some guy dressed up in very artistic-y clothing and playing a flute. Sorry, and there's a lot of pictures on the internet, and I do with what I can.
Okay.
And
Just say it's a lute.
flute. It's a lute, but a flute. Yeah, close. That's the closest I got. But and let me see here. I'm trying.
It rhymes with flute, so it's basically the same thing.
Yeah. He clearly sees Basil and some interesting hovering, levitating sideways, peering over Baltoy.
Mm-hmm.
And just
Was
by
it stealth?
his facial expression, he notices you guys, but he resumes playing the flute. None of the children. Well, let me roll for the chidlins.
See, the children look
Oh,
harmless.
Lord have mercy. I wish I was a player. All right, so I got a 20. So we'll say this little girl here totally noticed you.
Wait,
Oh,
but
okay.
I'm confused. That was for peeking, not for stealth.
You were stealthily peeking around the corner.
Okay.
But the girl got a freaking 20, and you were 3 and 4. So you two. So
No, it's fair.
Nice.
so the girl picks Stuffle up, and then I can technically group them, but and then kind of like walks up to you guys a little bit, not like all the way up to you, but looks at you, and then I guess tugs on the jacket of the bard guy, the flute guy.
10 stealth.
Yeah, a little girl noticed you. These 20s, man, I'm telling you.
Children are observant.
Anyway, let's roll perception for. I'm gonna roll perception for whether I can tell they're hostile or not, or intense. Basically.
The
They don't look
the
hostile.
Stuffle. Actually, I need the roll for the Stuffle. That Pokemon.
Stuffle maybe. Stuffle will
She's actually holding the Stuffle back.
Yeah. The Stuffle's kind of like you could draw angry eyes on it.
Who did it nearly bloody again?
It nearly broke the bones of Devlin, I think.
He's Devlin, so maybe like Devlin came along. I guess he didn't. I just picture it's like, oh, these are the guys with
And
that
it's
guy.
like
I'm gonna get him.
waggling its hands, and she's holding it back, and it's just like.
Wait, Devlin didn't peek around the corners. Maybe he didn't. Did Devlin roll?
I don't know. We just kind of pretend that he doesn't.
Yeah, do you want to roll for Devlin?
No, nah, that's fine.
Let's just pretend they recognize Sandy.
Yeah, they would recognize Sandy. Yeah.
Okay, but the other two are not hostile.
The children do not seem. Oh, but yeah, there are a couple children. The little girl kind of represents children. And then the other guy is still playing his flute. And he does notice you, especially that the girl pointed out you guys to him, but...
What, can we detect intent, or...
So, just because the music on my playlist ended, I don't want to keep repeating it, and it's annoying. Well, I'll say he finishes his song. The other rat-type Pokemon haven't returned yet, but either way, he finished his song, and he kind of sheathes his flute. I like the idea of a and he's like, "Hello, adventurers! What can I do for you?" He calls out down to you guys.
I step out, probably much to everyone's chagrin, and equally and oppositely say, "Hello, Bard. How are you? What are you doing in this?" And I look around. Fine establishment.
Yes. Indeed, I must look pretty sketchy. As you can see here, I have several children, orphans in fact, that I'm taking care of. And the number one basic need for everyone, whether they be it elf or human, he does have pointy ears, he is elf, to have food. It is the best job I could have after my party kicked me out of their party. Or yeah, my party kicked me out.
I'm sorry to hear that. Is there not a leak? Can you not afford food?
Me? No, I'm just the bard, the least favored class of all the party types.
Most of us.
Probably about. Yeah.
Could you not pay for money? I don't understand why you have to steal.
The people of this town don't really appreciate music, not like they used to, It started out with this little girl here, but I just couldn't help but notice that the townsfolk weren't taking care of some of their orphans, and so I started helping her out. But then it turned out that more orphans were in need, and well. As you can see, I'm amending what I said. There's like maybe like 10 orphans or something, not 3. So like 10 or something. So as you can see, I'm cannot get enough money for all of them with my playing skills in a town that doesn't appreciate music.
Oh, by the way, I'm Basil, and these two can introduce themselves if they feel comfortable too. But nice to meet
said
you.
Two. No. What is doing?
Basil's stupidity has just peaked out. He used up his intelligence for the day. I'm sorry.
OT is just like in the corner.
Crying into himself silently. When I said two, I meant TOO.
It's obviously Mira and Sandy.
Yeah, when I corrected
That's
myself,
what he meant.
That's
Bard,
possible.
and I corrected.
No boy.
I correct myself to the Bard. Oh, I meant two as in TOO. It's a common mistake. You understand.
And he goes, "Sure."
Bards like puns, don't they?
Wait, what'd you say?
I said bards like puns, don't they? It's a play on words. And I give him a broad smile.
Indeed, you are funny.
Didn't make a pun. I
OT
silently...
just face palms and walks out. Since there's he's like, there's no point anymore.
I tried to cover. That was genuinely my mistake. I forgot. I trust this guy way too much. Um,
And as he walks out, he'll just like publicly say, "Oh, I suppose whenever it comes to stealth, leave that to me."
got it, buddy, and I slap you in the back, in a jolly fashion.
Indeed.
It might sting a bit. I'm sorry. So pray tell, may I ask your name?
Ah, yes. As I locate my notes here. Okay. Sorry, that was GM. I am Hamelon. And as I said, I'm in this situation because, well, no party seems to need a bard these days. And I figured, you know, in my kind heart, this is something I want to do. Isn't that right? As he kind of like messes up the hair of one of the kids near him.
Yeah, I would want to explain that there might have been a misunderstanding where townsfolk didn't appreciate being stolen from, so we came down to investigate, full disclosure, and some of our party may have encountered some of the Pokemon down here, and may have had...
Stuffle is just kind of...
may have had a little spat.
Wow, that thing's nasty.
Stuffles actually are like super prone to anger easily, like legit Pokédex.
Oh.
Yeah, they're like super cute, like literally plushy Pokemon, but like actual Pokédex, they're like they get angry at anything that's not like their comrade.
They're like chihuahuas. Anyway,
Chihuahuas that can like absolutely wreck you.
They've got like one of the highest attack stats.
Oh my god. So let me just apologize on behalf of my little adventure group here. I know Stuffle may not understand, but at least I can apologize to the trainers of the Pokemon. Are these your Pokemon? And I gesture to all the Pokemon that were, I guess, hypnotized.
Yeah. And at this point, there's only like, we'll say 3 of them that were hypnotized the ones that grabbed your guys' berries. And he's like, no, they are wild Pokemon. It seems I have a knack for, you know, being a leader of sorts.
I praise him and say, that's a pretty amazing. You can control Pokemon. You can befriend Pokemon without capturing them.
And indeed,
what a marvelous ability.
Why, thank you.
Even if it's not probably the most savory way to treat Pokemon. I do have to ask, you wanted to... How about this? We can help you establish an orphanage that's not in the sewers. Because to be very honest, I do not imagine it's sanitary.
Maybe not the best real estate, yeah.
Your food that you're acquiring may be tainted by the, fact that, it's next to a sewer system, Amelon, and I'm not entirely sure you thought this plan through.
Well, the food they get is from all around town, primarily.
It has to pass through the sewers, and also what about drinking water, and also they're sleeping next to sewer waste.
These are some problems. I'm in the best location of the sewers. But...
Why did the party kick you out?
Well,
he tells his life story as we sit around.
He tells his life story, yeah. The gist is our party already had a wizard and a sorcerer in it, and well, their spells were immensely helpful both in combat and out of combat, and we never did come across many social encounters. So really, most of my abilities were not very useful, and as you can see, I'm not as great with the sword compared to the fighter class or such as well.
But surely controlling legions of wild Pokemon would be useful in combat.
Yes, well, I never did get along with my party very well, and I figured they would just find this something that they can hate me even more about. And, well, maybe break my flute and stuff, so, yeah.
I extend my hand out and say, I think it's their loss.
Can I like roll to see if I believe him or something, or see if Sandy believes him?
Yeah.
Basil didn't roll at all because he automatically believed everything.
Yeah, go for
Okay.
it. Roll to,
I really hope this
to
is
perceive intentions. As a game master, I hate dead middle rolls. It helps me not. It does not help me make up my mind.
I'll roll to see if Basil believes him.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, Basil believes him.
There you go. Well,
Basil,
okay.
95% trusts this man. But what is it? Or can that be perception?
You could do that as perception if to see if he's like lying or not.
What does Basil's perception say?
So you are you are convinced that indeed he is telling the truth.
Okay. I think he's trustworthy. How about we help you establish an orphanage? That's not at this town that hates you, and we'll return all the stolen food. And we have provisions as well. You can have all our extra berries that we used, frankly, as bait.
Well, the berries you got, like his Pokemon kind of already got all of them. I imagine you didn't have a feast set out.
I'm telling him he can keep it.
But you guys do, if you're interested, and you also do have, rations you brought from your world as well. You don't know how long you're gonna be in this dimension, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think they're okay in terms of food, given that they're stealing so often. But
yeah,
I give them a little bit. Distribute fresh water that's not tainted.
Oh, that's true. You have fresh water. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Didn't you use some of it though?
Huh?
Didn't you use some of it?
Yeah, but I have a lot of it left.
Well, and maybe you got more from when you're in the forest or something, because you can purify forest water even more. Yeah.
5.
There you go.
So in the meantime, I think OT is going to approach one of the kids. Ideally, one that's like not absolutely terrified of him.
Yeah.
Might be a tall order.
Yeah. You want to roll for that?
Yeah, probably.
I'm starting to distribute clean water to the kids. Yeah.
There's a kid that isn't shaking and isn't running away when you approach.
We'll take that. So I approach him, whisper in his ear, blink twice if you're in a hostage situation, and then you watch it.
The kid is terrified and scurries to the opposite end of the room.
And he's so terrified that he doesn't blink.
Yeah. He's like, all right, we're good.
Okay, so I guess, Mira, are you convinced that this is okay?
I don't know. Am I? Was a 10 good enough? Or bad enough?
He seems genuine and yeah.
I think he's just an
Checkle. Then yes.
Out of character, frankly, I think he's just an idiot. He set up an orphanage in a sewer system, and his first
he's a bard.
Steal instead of just going to the next town and making an orphanage.
Yeah.
And by the way, they don't have food stocked up. The food they steal is the food they eat for the day.
Yeah. Also, you're starving an entire town at the cost of the children. So, this is not a long-term solution.
Well, if I don't know you guys very well, and you don't know me very well, but if you have a better location in mind and a thing that we could set up all the essentials for, then I would be willing to hear you out, as well as if you promise not to rat me out to the city.
Oh, we'll just, you can keep the food that you stole from us, and well, quote unquote stole, will return the food that you stole from the villagers.
You can't do that. They've at that point they've already eaten. Like this has happened for like several weeks now, and so
Okay, we'll just-
the food they steal they do eat. They don't. This people don't have refrigerators and things, so like if you're gonna get food, then you better eat it within a day or two. So like they just kind of eat what they have.
Well, yeah. In real life, they would douse it with spices to keep it dry and salt.
Well,
But
at this
anyway,
point, he just kind of like campfire and cooks, cooks it till all the bacteria is dead, etc.
he has giving out. They're surviving on baked apples. Sounds like.
Yeah, pretty
Um,
much.
So, okay. Whenever it's nighttime, Hamelon, how about let's get out of the sewers. Let's go to the. We'll go to the next town, and the three of us will help you build an orphanage or buy an orphanage.
OT like holds up the. What did we come up with a name for it?
What?
Like the signaling device.
This portal signaling device. Yeah.
This portal signaling device, and he's like, or we could use this.
Oh my, interesting. Very interesting.
Myra says no, don't.
We can't send them back to our hometown.
Why not?
This is their world. It's cruel to take them out of their own universe. Also, I don't think our villagers, I look back at the bard, will appreciate it if we just bring back a troop of children.
I'm just like, OT is just gonna like point around at the sewers and be like,
As
"Are
you
sure
do that,
this is
you
preferable."
yeah, yes. You do see the Cricketot, this Pokemon here. He was lying in wait to attack you guys from behind from the rafters, but he's completely chill body language at this time. Not gonna jump and cut your throat from behind.
Good to know.
Like, I flap my thumbs up and smile at him.
He rubs his two hand blades together and makes like a 3-note.
Okay, so how does that sound, Hamelon? And OT, if our proposal of going to the next town doesn't work, we'll go with your plan, or we'll discuss your plan seriously.
Seems
Is that
time
okay with you,
consuming,
Cody?
but very well.
I think let's try the short-term solution or the easier solution before let's jump into that.
Myra's gonna
Is
get
the easy
openly
solution.
hostile. No, Myra's gonna get openly hostile to OT about
Ooh.
that. She's like,
Ooh.
no, we're not doing that.
So and then I walk up to. Okay, so Odie, let's hold off on that, and we'll talk about that another time, while we're not in front of company. So Hamelon, how does that sound? And I put on my most charismatic smile. I'm not trying to like charm him.
Yeah.
So, but like,
I'm charming. I'm charming a bard. Look at me.
Yeah. That's true.
Actually-
Charisma's the high stat they got.
Actually, kind of makes sense that OT would be more okay with it than everyone else, because like everybody else had a traumatic portal experience, and OT just like walked through, and it was okay.
100%. Yeah.
So that's like,
As a game master, I'm super intrigued with both ways. But yeah, this is cool. Also, as a game master, it's always like, yes, party opinions are different.
It sounds like. Okay, let's go with the Habitat for Humanity solution first, where we possibly either build them a house, which might be cheaper, or buy them a property. With
OT is just like shaking his head. He's like, that's gonna take forever.
You may not know it because you live in a forest, but
not with these, and I mean, look at I flash my guns. I've built so many shelters. Don't worry about that.
It just shakes his head and like, all right, very well. Just as long as
I'm gonna hold
up
up my clay copy of Sandy and be like, I can help.
Yeah,
Or, that's a
It's a
terrible.
that's
anyway.
a very good mural. We can make a stucco house as well. No, it doesn't have to be wooden.
yeah.
don't know how to make a stucco house like in real life, but we can make a stucco house.
And then Sandy lifts it off of my hand so that it's like on top. Like, and basically, like, we don't need heavy machinery either.
Well, we don't need heavy machinery to build a house. All we would need to do is chop down a tree, sand it, and then build a timber and make the house.
Let's
or we
do
can
it.
Or we can just buy property. I think buying property would be helpful.
Build a house.
Yeah. Well, okay. So what do you? So Odie, we'll need to turn in this quest somehow. So let's just say we solved the issue, and we defeated the villain, the quote-unquote villain. Oh, Hamlon, do you want to convince the villagers that you were defeated, or do you want to just pretend we defeated a villain and then we'll sneak you off in the night to the next town?
Well, I always did like acting as part of my bardship, so, sure, how about we say you defeat me and make a big show of it, but don't get the children involved, please.
It's not. We'll just say that how about we invent a story that you just wanted food, and you wanted to steal the food for yourself.
Sure,
and
sure.
we'll have to do a witness protection program and disguise you for the next town.
Witness protection program. I'm sorry. I don't know why I found that so funny. That's amazing.
Or it could be easier. Might be easier just to disguise you now while you're acting, and then you can live your normal life in the next village.
Oh,
Yeah,
indeed. That's a good idea. Let's do that. It's been a while since I used some of my good old charisma rolls.
Do you have any costumes here? Bard would have costumes, I think.
I sold all of my costumes and then it ended up here. I could steal some?
That might be counterproductive. Also, we want them to... Odie, Mira, do you have any way to disguise this man? Odie, do you have any extra masks?
The answer would be...
I guess Flareon Z wouldn't be out right now.
Mm-mm.
But I will send him out.
Okay.
And actually, I guess he'd forget to whisper, so it would come out differently.
Would he forget to whisper?
Well, if he doesn't whisper something explicitly, it just defaults to what...
Yeah.
is,
Oh, gotcha.
you know.
Yeah. Go for it.
So let me quickly... There we go. Can I...
Keep that on there. I guess I'm the one in charge of enlarging
you have
or
to do it now,
smalling.
because I can't.
Oh, I can't. Can't even spawn it.
I can't drag it in, yeah.
Oh, let me roll through my list of 80
God, we have
pictures.
an app. It's
80
working.
pictures here.
Odie, it's working out.
Game Master has all the things.
And Odie, yes, this is the hard way, maybe, but this is the fun way.
There we go.
There you go.
Oh my God, is that a What is it called?
Yes.
A Jiraiya?
Totally real Jirachi.
Jirachi. Okay, well,
And
does
it does have the sunglasses?
Yup.
Yeah, I love it.
Still wearing the sunglasses.
is that? Do you genuinely have a Jirachi, or is that like a stuffed animal?
You even have Z written on them.
Yeah, I went all in.
I need to
It
get
was
good
like
at
a Z
making
on-
transparent pictures. Yeah, that's awesome.
So, OT snaps his fingers, and Z understands immediately and puts shades on this guy as a disguise. That's your disguise. Or that works too.
No, you
There
could
we
do
go.
it.
There we
Do you have-
go. And that guy's super well disguised.
With the pointy shades, I
Okay.
love it. He
And
looks
then-
like Robin a little bit.
I have an idea. I'll smush up some of the extra berries, and I'll smear them on his face and his body to make it look like his. You know how the Scottish people or the Irish people.
Oh yeah.
To make it look like that on his face.
I'm gonna
So
make
he-
a weapon out of clay.
Ooh.
Okay, so he has a weapon that's not a loot. That's
Yeah,
a
he's
good
got
idea.
like a. I'm trying to think the most non-bardic thing. A mace.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, and now what we're gonna have to do is you'll chase us out of the sewer,
Okay.
we'll keep your children safe. How about one of us keeps your company, your children safe here? Maybe Mira because they're scared of Odie.
Yes.
And I'm a little useless.
Sandy will be a comforting presence, I think, too. Mira, you're good with children, right? Maybe.
Baltoy spins. Sandy spins around a little bit, and some of the children are amused by it.
Okay, so that's hopefully a yes. Okay, so, what's your? We're agreed on your motivation. Hamlet. I'm gonna just call him Hamlet. Hamelon.
Yep.
And you're stealing all the food for yourself. You're gonna just give yourself a fake voice, and act villainous and chase us out. Okay.
All right. That sounds wonderful. I will do that.
Okay.
Aha! I grouped the glasses on him. Got it. Getting good at this.
Okay.
Nice.
And he'll chase us out, and we exit the entrance of the sewer.
Yeah, and it's still like we'll say it's like dinner time, so it's still daytime now.
Okay.
So he's got sunglasses. He's got different like war paint on him. He's got a mace. All right.
What if we dyed his hair too?
Ooh, good idea.
We'll use the
Can you,
berries.
like,
You do that with the berries. Yeah, you could do it with the berries.
temporarily.
I mean,
Yeah, and we put a cloak on him, disguise his clothing.
Yes. Awesome. Yeah. I like it. All right, so you guys. I wonder if I can. I completely doubt I could copy and paste, but I want to try it. So you guys.
This is amazing.
Oh, it works. Copy paste. Oh, he lost his glasses.
No.
No, it's the most important part. Also, he's giant.
He is giant.
Devlin is in a place that he shouldn't be. Devlin. Okay, so I'll throw out my Caterpie and start string shotting him.
All right, and he's doing okay dodging, and Caterpie might be missing as well. And he's like, "Ha you heroes! I'll destroy you for discovering that I was taking everyone's food."
He's yelling.
Real smooth.
He's yelling as he's running through the town. And he rolls 20 with advantage, and I get with triple advantage, and his modifier +5 to charisma. He gets a 17 in convincing all the town folks, because that's how bards work. No matter how lame they are, if they roll well, it works.
Nice.
Thank goodness.
+9 charisma.
See, Odie, this is the more fun solution. I wink at Odie and I say, "We shall defeat you, foul fiend, and put an end to your nefarious plans."
Not if I defeat you first, and you all are making a beeline out of town.
Yeah, he dodges, and we'll string shot him out of town.
Okay. So there's a crowd kind of gathered on the edge of town, and then your slingshot finally it was gonna miss, but then he dodged into it. And then it wrapped up his hands, and he fell down, and his legs are kicking in the air. He's like, dang it! And it's just squirming around.
Are we gonna pretend he died, or are we gonna pretend he was defeated?
Well, right now he's like half subdued, so you might want to.
And I whispered to Odie, "Okay, now's the time to make a convincing kill."
It's the kill. With a Jirachi.
So, I suppose Jirachi is going to just play up this kill with like the strongest show of power it can manage.
Roll a 20 and describe to me what happens, or describe then roll. Whatever order that goes in.
I don't think it can actually use Doom Desire.
It can't.
But I would love if it could pretend to use Doom Desire.
If you look at, also I totally want to know what that visually looks like. But if you look at your stat sheet, the utility section under Z's skill.
Skill.
Yeah. So the utility one.
Okay.
You see that?
Yeah. Let's see how good this is first. Very, very good,
So
which makes sense.
So describe what it does make sense. So describe what everyone's seeing as this half string shotted villain is on the ground, kicking and writhing.
Alright, so Z would probably like raise its little hands, thumb hands,
Yep.
which would start glowing, and then all of a sudden, like, probably several rocks around the bard would like turn into daggers and just fly towards him.
And
Actually, I don't. Can we? Does it have? Well, it's a 19, so maybe. We can
it's a 19. You could do most everything.
Make it rubber
illusion
rubber
shenanigans.
reality or something. Or just like go through his arm or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Convincing.
So it actually like impales.
Like as long as they're at a distance, it looks like the daggers are just gonna pierce them all over.
Exactly. So to everyone's eyes, it's like
Maybe collapsible daggers that collapse into itself as it presses into it.
Like if you get closer, you might realize that like the daggers aren't really like doing as
Yeah,
much
they're
as you
all-
expect,
they're-
but
We're at the edge of the forest, so I don't think anybody can see very well.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's at a distance.
And it's kind of not duskish, but it's later at night. So, but and he's he gives this convincing death knell as he rolls a 17 plus 5, so it'd be 23. So his final
Wow.
death knell is a 23, and he goes limp.
Insane.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, there's some people are like, and then everyone else starts clapping. Only 1/3 of the people know why they're clapping, but you know, mob mentality. Other people are clapping.
Okay. Odie, you're very theatrical. You go and collect the reward. I'll go and tell Mira that we finished and we'll exit out of a sewer that's outside of town.
There are no sewers outside town, but you can, I don't know, drag him.
We'll give you
You could
some-
drag him into the forest more or something.
Yeah.
Well, no, but we need to get the children out.
Yeah.
Well,
You can do that when you feel is best. You can do
Well,
that.
wait,
Yeah,
now.
we'll, we'll probably do it at night.
Yeah, we'll wait until home. We're gonna leave Mira over there until night. Okay.
I love it. That's gonna be a whole mini side story. How does Mira handle these children?
Mira, it's like the Always Sunny in Philadelphia title card. Mira handles babysitting. Oh, poor Mira.
Oh my gosh.
So sorry you
That's
got. I mean,
Funny.
anyway. Okay, Odie and I let's go.
Stuffle,
and-
by the way, is giving you trouble, Mira. But
Oh, yeah, okay. Great.
Sorry about that. They were too scared of Odie. I guess I could have stayed, but anyway, I'll do it next time.
the next time
we
we
go
pull
in-
off a giant fake heist
Yeah. Or babysitting duty in general.
or baby shooting.
Yeah, I mean, not very glorious. Sorry about that. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Let's go and collect the reward, Odie, and let's be as theatrical as possible. You need to turn up your natural theatrical ability to 11.
Probably Z and OT are just like shaking their heads and like sharing a look. Like, watch how professionals do illusions.
Indeed.
Illusion. Well, what is the word for
Subterfuge.
it? A subterfuge, performance,
That's a good word.
deception. That's it.
Deception. Yeah, deceit. So let's go and collect the reward.
All right, so yeah,
We did put a stop to their problem, just not the way they thought we did.
exactly. So you go to the quest giver guy, whose exclamation mark, I totally can't remember all the colors. Oh, but it's now a question mark. And you submit the quest, and he's like, "Ah, wonderful, good job." So can you explain to me, this was the man who was taking food? How did he do it? How did he take food from the whole town as one guy?
Odie, I
It
thought
seems his flute has a certain, what do we say, commanding effect on wild Pokemon.
Oh, so those rats, that's what he was doing. He was having the rats get the food for him.
Precisely.
Yeah. it seems like he was trying to starve the town and take all the food for himself. Like,
Wow, I can't believe such a thing, such a villainous thing. Well, thank you for completing this quest. I'll give you your reward now, and hopefully the town will now be in peace and not lose our food. He gives you 120 clammers.
I feel so guilty right now.
We solved
so
the problem.
We did.
So now we have 190 clamors.
That's good
Between
money.
the four of us. Devlin must be salivating.
Yeah. It's like, we're stuck by so much alcohol.
Let's just say Devlin is also with the children, by the way.
Let's not.
Let's not.
I don't think any of us are irresponsible enough to do that.
Actually, never mind. He was with us, and he didn't help much, but he didn't hurt much.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, so we get it, and then we just hang out until nighttime, and we go down to the sewers and collect the children and Mira and sneak out to the forest to find Hamelon.
Yeah, and Hamelon. Okay, yeah. So you succeed in all that. Myra, is there anything you want to add with how your childrenness would go? Roll a 20 for that.
Childrenness.
If it goes well, they're all gonna have clay all over themselves.
So, in the beginning, it was a little hard, and especially Stuffle that wanted to break your bones. But the children found joy in primarily Sandy. You were kind of boring, but eventually you continued playing with clay, and then some of the children kind of rotated between hanging out with Sandy and it's very cute. Like Sandy spins around and all the children throw their arms out and they also spin around with Sandy.
Yeah.
Very cute. And then some of the other children are like making some of the clay with you.
Yeah.
And Stuff will eventually. He still has the angry eyes, but he's still like, okay, I guess I won't break your bones because my owner is not hating you.
Yeah.
While we're waiting for night, can I look for the elderly lady?
Yeah. The elderly lady, she's still in town. I will say she's probably like over here. Just hanging out. You who is OT with you?
Yeah, I assume Odie's with me.
Okay, yeah.
Probably, yeah.
So both of you roll perception.
I'm just curious. She might have an interesting dialogue about this entire.
Nope.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow. That's impressive.
That's yeah. So anyway, so you find her. Nothing seems amiss, and she's like, "Oh, hello again. How are you two doing? I saw what you did." Wait, this is after, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I saw what you did. Congratulations on chasing that villain out of the town.
Oh. Okay.
Yes, it is good for this town to be rid of such horrible people.
Yes.
She nods.
I'm very glad we got rid of such a ghastly evil. Who would think of stealing food?
I'm trying to think if she would add anything else.
It might be the end of flavor text. It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know. There might have been a unique dialogue option.
I can't think of anything else really. She has nothing to contribute at this time. She still does seem a little more transfixed on OT. But
Turmeric is gonna roll perception on her.
You can do it as turmeric.
That's amazing.
That's funny.
Wait, how'd you do that?
There's a drop-down box under the messenger, and you can change who you
Who
roll
you
as.
are. That's funny.
Okay, that's cool.
Who is that?
Boom! Z rolled a 14. Oh, that's fun. Okay. Anyway.
What do turmeric and zenith?
Yeah, I can actually do that.
Oh my, yeah, get more of that perception stuff in.
Roll 1d 50,000.
Mm-hmm. So I would say that's a pretty bad roll. I would say
That actually is. As far as d 50,000s go.
Turmeric. You can't read the minds of your Pokemon. I don't know. How can they indicate anything to you?
Well, they can. There's a innate body language relationship between.
Turmeric indicates to you. Turmeric indicates to you that her clothes are very nice quality.
Ew.
Z would indicate I don't. I'm trying to think what Z would know. I have a general idea of the general expertise of Z, but still being a lowish level Pokemon and such, I would say Z doesn't fully trust Anita, but Anita Rig, but that's the only sensation he can get.
Oh, no worries. I'm right there with you, buddy.
But she's just friendly in the way she carries herself and kind of smiles and nods a couple times. So that's all she's really given you.
Alright.
Okay. Nice speaking to you, ma'am. Have a pleasant day. And
You
we
too.
leave, and then we wait for the duration of the afternoon. We do everything that we said we were going to do.
Cool, yeah. So nighttime, and then you stealthily escort the children through the town without anyone really seeing. Well, I like 20, so roll a d20.
It's rolling.
Do one person rolls 1d20 for the group instead of like I pick someone to fail. You know what I mean?
Hey, the children have to roll.
I can roll for the children if you want me to.
Yeah, go for it.
That's true. The children are most. I hate 10s. I'm re-rolling. So they do that elementary school kid thing where they hold hands and then like follow in a line with each other, and there are some. I'm telling you, these 20s. That's
wow.
like my third 20 today.
Oh my gosh.
That's my third 20 today. So
They're all scared of OT meeting them if they speak up.
Okay, Odie just hovers them above them menacingly.
Oh my gosh, yes, that's exactly what happens. Some of the kids at the beginning, as they were leaving the sewers, were like, shh. You know what children do, right? It's like, you need to be quiet, then all of them go shh to each other very loudly. That's what kids do. But after like what they saw, a glare from the mask, they're like, yeah, we'll just play a game where like you'll get eaten by that thing if you don't. So
Oh my god.
So 100% stealth. Like I can't BS it to the point where in the middle of the day people wouldn't see you, but almost.
The night knows.
So yeah, my third 20 for the day.
Good thing we made. I hope that none of them wet themselves.
They stealthed better than you guys might, except for OT.
Yeah, great.
We'll choose not to realize that. Anyway,
that happened.
we sneak out and meet Hamelon.
Yep. So Hamelon, he cleaned up his face, etc., from the fresher than sewer water from a river in the forest.
Okay.
And he's like, my children, how are you doing? And they all like unlink hands and kind of hug him, probably terrified from the masked man. And it's real cute. So he's like, what are the first steps? It's kind of nighttime now. It'd be nice if the children could get some sleep, but what are your ideas? I could see there is plenty of, as you would say, real estate in these forests here. Are they dangerous?
There are some wild Pokemon. I was thinking the easiest thing to do would be go to the next town first.
Okay, yeah, we could try that.
But for now, let's not have children travel at nighttime, and let's make tents for all of the kids.
Okay, sure. Making tents sounds kind of hard, but we could check that out.
Well, I mean,
Game Master reminds you guys did bring some tents with you.
We already have tents.
And Game Master reminds you, children take up less room than adults. Or like 3 children can fit 1 basil.
Pretty much.
call him Basil Fat? No, okay.
I'll pitch my tent and let the kids sleep in it, and then I'll just sleep.
There you go. So I said there's about like
picture OT being
no,
like,
yeah,
I got
10
room
kids.
in this tent, and like
all of them are just like, no.
He's like, it's funny because it's so unintentional too. He's just like leaning forward, like, you want him in my
That is very funny.
welcome in my tent.
Yeah, that's very funny.
Anyway, I offer my tent as well. If I offer up my tent, is that all the children? Is there 6 children in general?
I'd say there's like 10 children, and so like 3 can do Myra's, 3 can do yours, zero does OT's. Basil, you could probably comfortably sleep in the forest if you want. Myra might be able to do that as well. Like it's a matter of preference. Also, typically larger groups. You know, in the forest, you have forest experience. Typically in like larger groups, like smaller Pokemon are not like gonna be antagonistic. You might wake up with a curious, like Weedle on your face or something, but like nothing's like attacking you. And since there's a lot of you.
Yeah, I check for any sort of poisonous Pokemon, and I create.
And you might be able to get like 1 smallish tent out of Caterpie silk.
Yeah, I'll do that. That's a good idea.
What if we foraged for like sticks and stuff and made like little lean-tos or something?
Yeah, exactly. So Caterpie will make the fabric.
Ooh, that you would lay over the sticks and stuff. There you go. I like that.
We'll print it up.
Perfect.
We'll tie it down using more string.
Cool. So I'm not even really going to have you guys roll for this because this sounds pretty plausible. You guys have some experience, especially with Basil here. Yeah. So good job. The night passes without any problems. And so then you want to just visit the next town?
Yep, we pack up and we move to the next town.
Cool.
We had asked about it, if I can retroactively say we did that.
Yeah, that's fine.
We go to the next town and we ask for empty properties. We look around for empty properties.
This is just more forest you're passing by. I have it prepared, okay? I need it.
Okay.
Yeah, I do not have an extra village set up. But so you come across the next nearest town. It's a primarily human town. And what were you saying? You were asking for something?
Oh, I'm just gonna go to whatever looks like the cultural hub, inn, and then just ask if there's any empty properties that can that no one owns.
Yes. So you get several. There's like 2 properties that no one owns, and you can rent it for 1,200 clammers a month, or you can buy it for about 98,000 clammers.
Oh my god. Okay.
Rip. And OT's just there, like, I told you so.
Could we? I'll try to negotiate. Actually, Hammerlin, can you help us negotiate?
Yes, I can certainly try.
We actually just defeated a nearby villain in the next town who was stealing people's food. Is there a possibility that, and a lot of our quests are gonna be much easier if we do this, and we'll be able to do a lot more good if we do this, because truth be told, this horrible villain, we found out there was a lot of children involved, and we need to house these children.
Okay. All right. Fair.
And I gesture to all the quivering children who have very adorable faces, and Hammerlin, I gesture to Hammerlin to take it away.
Hammerlin, yeah. Right now, I'm not feeling particularly creative as game master to play out like he'd say, I'm sorry, I don't know. He'd pretty much say what you're saying, like, yes, together we were adventuring and we defeated the villain, and their parents were slain by this villain, and they are here's the children who are left. So they were gonna be used in some unearthly experiments. And he kind of embellishes it with all the stereotypical medieval villain tropes. And by the way he described it, sounded like the villain was a rising necromancer / alchemist / landlord.
Meanwhile, the people who are buying these things are probably increasingly horrified at this story and feeling extremely bad.
Yeah, I don't like 11. I'm redoing it.
Rip.
It's okay. You get about 30 clammers in pity money. And no one's given property for the kids.
I was looking for a discount, but
OT holds the device up again.
No. No.
One
glares at you.
one
200.
One NPC comes up. Everyone's an NPC. Comes up and is like, well, you could maybe try the elves. They live more in the land, and they're more all right with living in the trees and things. Not something us humans really like, but the next nearest elven village is over that way. Maybe they'd be more welcoming to help you. I'm sorry that me or these other folks don't really want to help take care of the kids, but you understand the financial cost of such things.
Yes, I understand. The Russian national anthem plays in the background. This our national anthem plays in the background. Let's head Hamelon. You might be more comfortable with, and then I think silently to myself, elves. And then we move. Let's head out then.
Yeah. So you guys walk and head over to an elven village. Something to note in the distance, you see a super massive tree.
Another large tree.
Now the large tree you guys were at is like not like half my ping in height at best, so this tree is truly large, this one.
Oh,
So
okay.
so you see that in the distance. You see a little bit of like a little bit of I'm trying to say like maybe looks like some kind of housing structures out there, but that's
Civilization.
yeah. So a little bit of civilization on the tree, but that's far off in the distance. So you guys make it to the elven village, and
So are we going like Rivendell vibes, or are we going like Lothlorien vibes?
of the tree or of the village or
The village.
this elven village here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm guessing Lord of the Rings very well.
Oh, okay.
So,
Sorry.
Yeah.
so I would say this elven village is a teeny bit bigger than the human village. The first human village you were in. Village 1, I think, was its official name.
Oh God.
I think that's Rivendell size. Yes.
I mean, I'm getting Rivendell vibes based off of the picture, but is it like? So is it like a gorge, or is it like a giant forest, or like?
Is it a pocket?
Yeah.
It's a village where most everything is wood built into the forest area. There are several houses like built up into spanning some of the trees. So
Lothlorien. Okay.
there are some trees that are kind of larger, like the first small big one you found.
Okay.
But yeah, but then there's some on the ground too. Actually, 2/3 of the buildings are more up in the trees. So there's a lot of ladders for the less agile. Once again, I will remind you, if you observe the elves, they are just humans with ear accentuation things.
A weird thing, but okay.
They wear. But all of them try to share the culture of the more elegant. The females in particular carry themselves very elegantly, and well, even the males are kind of elegant in how they are. But yes.
Long, glistening
Perpetual
hair.
sticking the nose up.
Yeah, some of them, yes. Not all of them, but some of them.
Oh
So,
my.
I
Okay.
look to Camelon, do you know culture here? Or-
Yes. Yeah. So us elves, we typically prefer, all the things that elves like. As you can see, the architecture is pretty swoopy. We like to carry ourselves with more couthness, how we say, compared to those humans. Yeah, and there's a lot more about our culture, but I'm trying to think. I guess some of the elves might be willing to help. I'm not sure.
Well, maybe they'd be more sympathetic to you if you're an elf.
That's possible, indeed.
Just prepare a sob story, I suppose. What's the next, whatever the cultural hub looks like, and look for empty property and ask for empty property.
Yeah. So I'll just sum this up. So he goes around and you go around and talk to people, and the summary of it is the elves aren't necessarily gonna give up any land or anything, but they suggest to you there is plenty of forest, and that they could, for some clamors, assist building a sufficient tree housing, just on the outskirts of the town.
Let's negotiate what the clamor amount is. What is the amount they would want?
If I was being realistic, I'd be like X per hour, but that's annoying. So we'll say to get the job done, we'll say I'm thinking like a thinner and lighter version of like a log cabin, I guess.
I mean, that's probably build very quickly, and they'd also build very structurally thin but very structurally strong
Yes,
building.
that's kind of the elven way, like thin but strong. Yeah.
Plastic.
What?
They're all plastic.
My mind went to composites. That's hardcore, but carbon nanotubes inside it. No, but so anyway, what they will say, 70 clamors per 4-person house.
I mean, for just seat the house for people.
Yes, and that's with your help, and you'll probably just get resources from the woods and stuff.
We have more children than that.
Yeah.
Add on to it.
Yeah, just can we double that for 8 children?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
How many children are there? I forget.
There's 2. There's 10 total.
Oh God.
We can add on to it. Like we can make our own.
Yeah, you guys, after you pay the workers, like you can add a little bit more to it.
Okay, we'll
That's stucco plus the whatever idea is not bad.
Yeah, let's just pay enough so that whatever work is left over only takes 1 day.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't want to spend more than a day building a house.
Yeah.
In game.
Yeah. Cool. So that sound good to everyone?
Yeah.
So I totally forgot what I said. How many clamors did you spend? 2 times whatever I said.
I think you said 70.
Yeah, that sounds right. So 140.
Okay. I mean, we made money. Well, at least we. Okay, so 220 minus 40. 140, got it.
Yeah. Cool. So you built sufficient housing for the kiddos. Hamelon is pleased. He has no problem, like, sleeping outside if he needs to. For the moment, like, he'll probably continue to work on improvements on the housing. The elves seem okay with this. It is on the outskirts of town, but it's fine. They aren't.
Yeah, we use our camping supplies, just like we did last time for the children.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, one thing, let me try to think here. There is 1 store and 1 quest giver in this town.
Well, and so we finished the orphanage, and then they're all happy.
And they're all happy, yep.
Okay.
Oh, goodness.
COD, wasn't this more fun?
Wasn't this more fun, rather than pressing a button?
He's looking at the net loss of money like,
Yes, but think about how much good we did.
Think of the children.
like,
I mean,
they're not going to be getting a modern education, and
I mean, they were never going.
we don't know how effective the government structure is at facilitating the freedom of these children as they grow.
Existential crisis. We're gonna inquire about the political structure of this local land. I don't think it'd be fair to Hamlet to thrust him into a world where no elves exist.
I mean,
we don't know if the scientists back home will experiment on him.
just come up to Hamlin and be like, so can you play, like, pop songs?
So I'm assuming that we can set up Hamelon with a musical business in this town so that he can continue to sustain his orphanage.
Like in the elven town?
Yeah, and then when the children grow up, they can move to the human town if they want, or they can marry elves.
He says, "Well, I'll give it a shot." Not something I could do in a matter of a day or 2.
We'll put in a good word for you after we finish our quest and we've gained some good reputation here.
Yeah. So like I said, there's 1 quest giver here. There was a quest giver. Oh boy, I'm trying to think. The thing where you have like you kind of want players to hit this, but it's like over there.
I just realized that I've not done a single battle.
I'm very impressed. You guys
We
have
did do one.
navigated.
I mean, I kind of fought a Pokemon and captured it, but I barely screenshotted it.
And it got a 20 after your 1, which was actually in your favor.
Let's
So yeah,
do.
so there's a quest giver here. There's a shop here. I'm trying to figure out how the quest giver works. There's something I completely didn't tell you guys on the first session because I didn't want to derail. You all guys already were derailing. So I intentionally hid information. From Village 1, the first town you're in, you saw, or heck, maybe even Village 2. That makes more sense. From Village 2, you did see there is a large castle up on like the mountain. And there was a quest giver in Village 2, which the quest was go talk to a quest giver in the castle. Our RPGs do that, right? Memorpicas. So
Wait,
Nice.
so that second village we were at had a quest.
had a quest to go find a quest giver from the castle. The current place you're in has one quest giver elf, and has a store, which if you look around here on the map you'll see. And also among just hanging around the elves, like once or twice you saw like an elf accidentally drop their ear extensions, and then like everyone like stands still and and then they scramble and put the ears back on, and everyone keeps resuming their daily business.
I'm
So weird.
very confused about that. Anyway, I'm gonna choose to ignore that. And do you want to go to the store or do you want to go to the quest?
Quest.
Okay, let's go to the quest, or what do you think, Odie? We listened to.
Yeah, let's check out the quest.
The elf
Okay.
quest giver.
Yeah.
We disagreed with you on the last mission. We'll try to give you a fair here in the next mission.
Yeah. So you come across the elf quest giver, and he's like, "Oh, travelers, thank you. Yes, I have a quest for you. There has been the Dragon Lord lately, and the Dragon Lord has begrudgingly taken control of Yggdrasil, our giant tree of pride and joy, elven pride and joy, and
Yeah, what do you call the castle?
what?
The Dragon Lord took over our castle and renamed it Drassel.
No, that's funny. No, Yggdrasil being the tree, but yes,
That's what you're going to say.
the Yggdrasil castle. I don't know.
It's like
You mean like the big tree that we saw? Is that?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay, so Yggdrasil, got it.
Yggdrasil, whatever. But
Yeah,
yes.
just so-
We need our land back over there, but we cannot defeat the Dragon Lord. He's too powerful for us.
And you use your entire army against this Dragon Lord and you still lost?
No. We just he's just too strong for us. he weakly responds back.
The NPC doesn't understand.
Pretty much. I'm kind of pulling an NP kind of thing here.
Anyway, is Yggdrasil an important part of your culture? Why do you what is it to you? What is it?
It was the elven capital, and he took it.
Is it Elven King?
The Dragon Lord. We do. We have a king and queen.
Where are they?
They currently reside in the tallest spire of that building here in the village.
Do you think it's a good idea to talk to them, or are they not going to be?
Are you asking the NPC?
Yeah. Are they not?
Oh no, no, they have nothing for you. However, if you complete the quest, then you would get rewards.
I don't. Wouldn't
Why
the,
is this average person?
I don't understand why would the king and queen not propose this quest? And why would
No.
they not give us the money? I don't. Do you find this suspicious, OD?
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I should present it better. I am the I don't know what terms for it, but I'm the right hand man of the king and queen. And they aren't bothering themselves to leave their place. But I am here place palace, temporary palace residence. I don't know. So I'm yes I'm the right hand man, and I am asking this quest on their behalf, so they do not have to bother themselves with such adventurers as you.
Is this their summer home? May I ask?
Pretty much, yes.
May I ask something? If we do something extra, could we ask for something?
Yes, if yes, you would get some favor from them, I suppose.
Yes,
But removing the Dragon Lord from the Yggdrasil is a good place to start.
Okay. If we do the thing, can we ask for the? Can we ask for the continued safety of the orphanage that we've established outside of town?
Ah, yes, I did see you running around with those little rascals. Certainly, that would be a small favor for such a good task that you would complete.
For the duration of. How long are elves' lifetimes?
OT actually asked around when you first got in Village 1.
Yeah, we know it's the same.
It's the exact same as humans.
Okay. Well, I
Because,
just want
they are.
basically, I just want to ask for the continued safety for of the children and the orphanage and Hamelon for the rest of their lives,
Certainly. That's quite possible. Yes.
and all of the children that they have, forever.
Forever. You just keep adding.
Forever.
We're taking out a dragon lord. That sounds like a final boss. I feel like I can ask for this.
Is that the final boss? Or just a mid-boss?
I mean, I think in real life, within this game, it's a mid boss, but I think in an actual video game, that sounds like a final boss.
It does.
So I feel like I don't feel bad asking this elf that we want the continued safety of the children and all their future generations of the children.
So his final conclusion is yes, that's quite plausible. Talk that with the king and the queen after you complete this quest.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I give a thumbs up to Odie.
No,
I basically gave him a rebuttal. Counter argument achieved. Anyway.
OT's like all the permanent stats I could have had.
But think of all the good in the world. Do you have any advice on how to defeat the Dragon King? Is there anyone we could talk? Dragon Lord we could talk to?
Yeah. So no one here. We all we fought our hardest, but we have no experience we could share to you. However, I imagine he is a lord and master of dragons. Yes.
Let's go stop wasting your time. Let's get out of here.
Wow, what a helpful
He
NPC.
gives a great. Hey, they only have a couple scripted lines.
They have like
Just
8 bits
saying.
of data. That's just. Anyway, okay, so they can command dragons. Got it. And there's no apparent weaknesses. Let's move on. I talked to Odie as we walk outside. Well, presumably they're dragon type Pokemon. So, and what are weak to dragons? Dragons? What are strong against dragons?
Well, you could look for a fairy or an ice type.
Okay.
I-
Let's
Actually, what are?
None of us have
Fairy,
fairies.
ice.
Those are the two I know off the top of my
Fairy,
head.
ice, dragon. Dragon's like ghost. Super effective.
Dragon.
Super effective against itself.
I will not count that.
Okay, so fairy and ice. Let's keep an eye out for those three types, and maybe maybe we can find someone who commands those type of Pokemon.
Let's find
Yeah.
another quest.
There
Well,
was Village 2 did have a quest giver.
Sure.
Whose
maybe,
quest was go get another quest from the castle.
Sure. Let's work up to that.
Let's head to the castle then.
Yeah, let's head to the castle. Maybe we'll find. Hey, the castle will have some pretty high-powered people. Maybe we'll find someone who has dragon type or fairy type or ice type Pokemon, or who has actual insight into the Dragon Board. So that sounds like a good idea, Zenny. Let's head back to village number 2.
I don't really have a village number 2. You can bypass it if you want.
Okay, let's pass by the store first. Actually,
Oh, the Pokeball Orchard?
yeah.
Yeah. So it's called the Pokeball Orchard. I have it kind of hidden here in this art. Yes, hello. It's an elven lady. How can I help you?
We would just like to inquire about what items you sell at this fine
Yes.
establishment.
So this here's the wonderful elven Pokeball Orchard. We grow many of we grow our own Pokeballs here, starting from the, gosh, I forget the seeds, the nuts, the whatever, whatever
I think it's changed.
Canon.
Apricots usually.
whatever is canon within Pokemon. So we do those. We do also notably are the only place that makes Pokeballs from the cocoa nut.
What?
I did use a Pokeball they captured them.
It is said that if you can make the stat ball from the cocoa nut, which kind of makes your Pokemon you catch a little stronger. That's a specialty of this place. Other than that, we can really just get you Pokeballs and Great Balls and some of those unusual other types.
How much for one of these stat balls?
Oh, that would just be it's only one per customer, but that would be 50 clammers.
Oh, do we have enough?
You have just 50, I think.
No,
Excellent.
We have 80.
So I take everyone aside and I'm like, we should buy one of these and send it back to the lab for science purposes.
Actually, that's a very good idea. Maybe they can replicate it.
Agreed.
We have 80, by the way, Odie. So now we have
80,
30.
okay, yeah. There you go.
I had done that. How about maybe this is a good stopping point. Maybe we can go back to the portal and then just report what we saw.
No, we have to find the item.
Or can we just send back the
Yes.
Pokeball?
So one thing important to note: Devlin's Meltan is every village you've been to, not counting the Elven village. Meltan had not had a strong compass point feeling in any particular direction, but upon being in the Elven village, he's which is closer, which is kind of like the furthest away. It's like Village 1, Village 2, Elven Village. Meltan is getting a kind of compass point, a weak compass point direction towards the Yggdrasil.
Yeah, of course. I kind of figured.
Also, I will add as the lady as saw that OT was eyeing ? The stat balls. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. However, we don't sell to non-elves.
Oh.
I look over at
Ah.
Z. I look over at Z and I'm like pointing at the ears there.
Okay, so roll me a 20.
You sell to our Pokemon?
Oh man, he's gonna make something horrifying looking. Oops.
Fail.
I failed. Hey.
Solid. So So all of a sudden, OT's ears grow longer and pointy, and even have a really tiny flourish at the tip. And she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I must have seen incorrectly. Yes, you can buy this ball if you want."
Okay.
Ah,
You can send
excellent.
the stat ball through the portal without passing through the portal.
What?
It can be just
I think
mail
we're
it.
only gonna.
You
Yeah, I
just
think we're
mail
only
it.
gonna open the portal after we're kind of done here. This
Okay.
is more just later.
I'm just gonna buy. How much is one regular Pokeball?
That would be 30 clammers.
Okay.
Perfect.
So that's all my money. That's all.
I
my
wouldn't bother. Don't bother.
One thing I will say is, as the game master, you can acquire Pokeballs and things, but
Oh.
if you get too much, then I will make you not have them. You know what I mean? Like, I need to limit your reason for... Now, you could potentially catch a couple extra Pokemon, and then be limited to only use a couple of them, but...
Like currently 0 because I used up.
Writing all the stats for all your Pokemon, etc., 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 or keeping them leveled up is annoying. So that's another reason why I try to limit how much you can really
That's
have
why I
with
was
you.
gonna send them back to the. That's why I'm just gonna. My plan is just to capture all the bug Pokemon that I see that look interesting. Send back the ones that I don't want to the lab.
Yeah. So I could let you get the Pokeball, but as far as like actually having or actually like using, then I'll limit you. But
Yeah. Well, I already
yeah.
used up one, so. But
Yeah.
you're right, Mira. I can just find one. Thank you for your service, Miss. And I smile gauntly and I let's head out.
And she gracefully waves back at you. So. Yep.
Let's head back to village number 2 and talk to the guy who wants us to go to the castle.
Cool. So you
So
get
did
Yep.
did OT get the Stapple?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So make sure you guys. I do everything, so you guys, note your inventory or whatever you need.
Yeah.
Keep track of your claimers, etc.
We have 30 between all 3 of us.
So yeah, you get to village 2. The guy's quest is to go talk to some guy in the castle.
What's the reward for it? No reward.
The reward is 5 clammers.
Yay.
Okay. Who is this guy?
He's just an NPC.
When that quest rewards you with like 1 XP.
The guy you need to talk to.
Yeah.
Yeah. The guy's name is Jim.
Nice.
Okay.
Talk to Jim in the castle.
Okay, so he's like Tim the Sorcerer. I've heard of him.
So.
Okay. Let's head to the castle.
So you start heading to the castle. It's you gotta walk up kind of a mountain. It only takes like an hour or so to.
Sandy and I are gonna levitate up the mountain.
Sandy's not good enough yet to carry you as
dang
well.
it! Okay, fine. Never mind.
So you do have to walk.
Dang it.
Sandy's only level 7, so not quite strong enough yet in psychic powers. Sorry.
I can make a string swing so that Sandy can carry.
No, I'm just being petty.
Okay, let's head up the mountain.
So you get up the mountain without any encounters because I haven't prepared anything. If you're interested in mountain Pokemon, I guess I could rig that up for next
Keep
session.
an eye out for.
And you make it up to the castle, and they if you can't tell, I'm streamlining.
Yeah.
They let you enter in to very elegant hallways and things. Because they see your adventurers. This especially the humans tend to really regard adventuring parties with high revelation, as all the Momorpicas do. You could just walk up to like the king and be like, "Hey, what's up?" But I'm also trying to make fun of World of Warcraft, etc. But anyway,
Classic stuff.
all the classics. So you go up and you see a guy holding a sign up with an exclamation mark above his, or I guess a question mark above his head.
Hello, good sir. Do you happen to be Jim?
Yes, hello, I'm Jim, and I've got a quest for you. You complete the quest, you get 5 clamors, and then he's like, "I've got a
Wait,
quest
you
for
get
you. Go talk to the king," and that's his quest.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Okay. Do we just get 5 clamors like deposited into our bank account? Like,
Yeah, pretty. And he gives you the clamors, the round, not very well shaped discs, and then and then the reward for talking to the king is 5 clamors.
Let's go talk to the king then.
we headed up to the king and said, "We're here. We've been sent by Jim," and redacted NPC name.
Tim.
Jim and Tim. Ah, yes, Jim, my faithful steward. Anything that comes from him, I can trust. Yes. So.
King Jim.
So, yes. So, I've got a horrible problem, and only the most skilled and powerful adventurers can help me out.
That sounds like us.
You see, the princess has been captured.
Oh no.
It seems that
Yep.
the Dragon Lord has captured her
Oh.
and carried her away somewhere off. And I don't know what to do without her. I'm sorely I'm sorely sore, both mentally and physically.
Wait, just to confirm, did you say the Dragon Lord took her to the castle, or
We
just some
we
other
don't
place?
know where the Dragon Lord took her, but
I bet I know.
But if you can find her and retrieve her back, then I'll reward you with 200 clamors and maybe something special from my owner, from what I own.
Okay.
Mm.
Is there anyone we can talk to with information on the Dragon Lord, as in weaknesses, history, legend?
Yes. So you can talk to my number one knight, Galavir, and he may have some information on the Dragon Lord. I believe he exchanged blows with them back in his backstory.
Okay. And then we get here first to his backstory. We get another 5 coins, and can he direct us towards the?
He actually says backstory out loud.
He does.
Is the backstory
Wow.
hearing his subtitles in front of him, and it's like highlighted?
OT is actually gonna like snort a bit.
The king.
We're gonna keep it
heeds you-
together, but
The king heeds you no mind. No, you're fine.
We asked the king for the serp.
See, I'm saying all this, and I haven't thrown you guys over here yet. There you go.
Ah.
My
Oh my God.
apologies.
That's photorealistic.
I think it's an actual real palace in Russia or something.
fancy.
It looks certainly European. We get directed towards the knight, I guess.
Yes, so Galavir, and he is in the castle, because the castle's really big, and that's where all the high up people are. So you come across Galavir, he's wearing plate mail, etc. And he's got a rugged-looking mid-length beard. Ah, adventurers, what can I do for you?
We've been told to consult you on your very gracious expertise of the Dragon Lord and your history with him, and any secrets, information, weaknesses that you might share.
Ah, yes. Yes, back when I was a wee boy, the Dragon Lord came and burned down my village. And it was that day forward that I'd swear I'd be a knight in the king's service and fight off evil. I don't think I can multitask. I'll do one thing at a time. So yes, I can tell you that indeed he specializes in dragon Pokemon.
Is there what's his motivation?
His motivation is that he wants to claim all of the places of power and strength and to destroy everyone below him and to turn everyone into subservience of his dastardly evil deeds.
It's a big mood, certainly.
Oh man.
So he has a god complex. Is he human? Is
He was once human. Yep, that's all he says about that.
Okay.
Okay, so
Are you
fallen
aware of any specific dragon that he has?
He's got one that's red and greatly terrifying. Super sharp razor fangs and horns that could take down nations, and talons that could scrape away the determination of your men.
This isn't anything. I see.
Is there any? What did you say, Odie? Ice, or dragon Pokemon, or
Ice and fairy would be effective.
yes? Are there any Are there any of your commanders, or do you have any people mercenaries that you can supply with us? Supply us.
I will give you my my most faithful Pokemon. Sorry, I'm multitasking here and trying to
Not gonna give
find
us anything.
image of said pokes.
Image.
This Pokemon should be able to come on, be a JPEG now.
Do not have
They
any
only
ice.
have one file type of this, and it's not a.
PNG.
There's some that's like the website thing that's not really a picture. That's the worst.
There's no trainers for these Pokemon. There's just a Pokemon. Or no trainers.
He's going to. I will. I got addicted to having transparent images these days now.
Yeah. You don't need them.
It's just so nice. Save. By the way, you guys have made more progress than I expected, so yeah, I couldn't be prepared if I wanted to. But that's fine.
Well, we are going a little late, so it makes sense.
I will give you my strongest and most trusted Pokemon. It is an ice type, and it will help you fell any dragon.
Dragon.
Did you
And
not come with us?
no, but my duties are over here. I'm sorry. And it seems your party is too big anyway.
3 people versus.
You can only have 4 people in a party. That's like the general rule.
That is.
Aww.
It's an ice full pit.
It is a nice full fix.
I
A
know
nice
this
full
one.
fix.
I'm so proud of myself because I know nothing about new Pokemon. I barely know anything. I passed my original 150.
Snow Fox.
So you may have Snowstorm accompany you, and she will help you.
Mira, do you want her or?
I'll reach out my hand and pet her.
Okay, and I'm secret re-rolling a 20. She's okay with you petting her. She is super soft, and cold, and like almost ice cold to the touch, but very soft at the same time. Very interesting experience.
Odie and Devlin. I don't want her because I'm the bug user, so See if she
What does
responds.
she?
This
What
is
does she think of Sandy?
yeah. By the way, so
Is
this
it like a
this
party
is just
Pokemon or?
this is just to borrow Pokemon. She's not gonna
Yeah.
stay with you.
Well, obviously,
yeah,
but
yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
I just want to pair her with someone who actually vibes with her.
Sandy, roll a d20 for Sandy to make first impression.
Oh snap!
ah! Wait! This is Myra. Hold on.
okay.
What you want?
I don't know if you want to be that way. If you want to be that way, then she will bite your hand, Myra. But she will enjoy Baltoy's presence and kind of like almost like when a dog's excited, sometimes it like hops up and down a little bit as Baltoy spins around. So
See if she
I want to get in on this. Let's see.
wait, when you become a Pokemon, it changes your picture?
Yeah, it does.
Whoa. Oh,
I can-
interesting.
Also, I have a Professor Yeah available, and it.
Yeah, that NPC has been available to everyone forever.
Professor Yeah is like a
Do it.
he was a test.
Oh man, this Pokemon just hates humans. I'm convinced.
She casts icy breath on you. You take a little bit of damage and your speed slows.
Oh gosh.
This is how she feels about basil, and this is how she feels about turmeric.
You guys are really rocking this thing. Yeah, so she's liking you guys.
Okay, cool.
Which is good because I'm pretty sure ice is super effective against bugs, so she might like
Yeah, it
one
is.
shot turmeric.
Maybe
Ooh.
that's why it likes
So,
him.
I want to see if turmeric is scared of her, because apparently she likes turmeric. Turmeric is not scared of her.
Turmeric has no fear.
Turmeric has an unhealthy amount of courage.
Like fire, ice, I got it all.
Okay,
I've seen it. I'm
I've
experienced.
seen it.
I'll serve my nickel. With it, like the comp. Have you seen that John Mulaney bit? Like people who are like not afraid to go to jail because they
Oh,
even they're like 15. I've served my nickel.
I haven't.
that's funny. My friend is ready to hang out with me. I forgot about that. We're about a good stopping point. So
Okay.
let me officially end it here.